Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to Fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams.
And welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan, he's over to my right, your right, everybody's right, which means, of course, ladies and gentlemen, I am Eli Moon, and we are in the saddle, on the saddle adjacent. Jeez almighty, Chad, you're a little close tonight, buddy. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It is another episode of Inside Edge Primetime. It is a Thursday edition. Hope you're doing well wherever you may be. Thanks for joining us. We are with you for the next 3 hours. Chad Bryan and myself with you till 11 p.m. Of course, we have Autumn Chisholm, the Daily Spiral, with Chad Bryan again tonight at 11 p.m. And then the Midnight Run with Anthony Alford, midnight to 1. So happy you're here with us, tuning in for the first time, or maybe you've been here before. Thank you. Regardless of how many times you stopped here, we cannot thank you enough. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow at Inside Edge Net on all the socials. That is, of course, YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're on Twitch. We're on Twitch as well. Hit that notification bell. Know when we're going live. We have 4 great daily programs for you on Filter with Kyle Cornell. Great coverage of news breakdown and of course, opinionated stuff there from Kyle, and it's a lot of great stuff. Like, just a phenomenal show, 5 to 6 p.m. Then, of course, you have Inside Edge Primetime. Chad and I here with you 10 to 11. We get on a little unhinged, but that's double A thing, so we just more so are just a little loopy. And then you got Autumn Chisholm, who she spirals. You want to talk about loops? She spirals. And then, of course, that's at 11, and then Midnight Run with Anthony Alford. All right, you've got the gist. InsideEdgeNetwork.com is where you can read about all the cool people I just listed. Chad Bryan's your favorite, but read about everybody. Go to the partners page. Check them out because we cannot do it without them. Fanatics.com, AlleyRoseFragrances.com, Monster Moments, SportsMemorabilia.com, and, of course, Omega Video Marketing. And, of course, I don't know if I mentioned, but W Energy. And W Energy has helped save me the last couple of nights. Inside Edge 10 is that code. Take advantage. Get 10% off on your order at W Energy. And, of course, go to the merchandise store. Go to the merchandise store, grab something nice. Rep Cleveland's digital leader, your source for sports, entertainment, mental health conversation, news, and everything in between, whether it's a hat, a shirt, a polo, a mug, a windbreaker. Just be ready to rock and download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku. You may not see how close Chad is to the screen, but maybe you'll hear it. Maybe you'll just set us down and just listen, whatever. If you want to look, you can see how close he is to the screen, but take us wherever you want to go. Inside Edge Network app on Roku. Chad Bryan, how are you? Well, first off, how are you this close? Secondly, how are you doing?
Pretty good, man. Not too bad.
No, I don't know. I'm all right. Well, you know, right before we went live, everything failed. My whole system failed. Everything. Every USB, anything that I have up here was going kind of haywire on me. I don't know if I have a little outlet, like a little portal, a little USB portal. I think it's not working. I think it malfunctioned. But so I'm running on a backup camera now. Because apparently just plugging the camera directly into the PC was not a thing that was going to work for more than about a minute. We got a minute each time out of it. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I had to check out, and then you had to check out.
Yeah, not good.
So I'm doing stuff from the kids' table tonight. Apparently.
Yeah, and we're not at a grocery store, so we shouldn't be checking out. So we should be checking in because we got work to do here.
Yeah, no cashiers. We don't really need any of that stuff. So
yeah.
Otherwise, otherwise great, fantastic. Everything's going great over here.
Great.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Appreciate you asking. Papa Moon made some pasta salad earlier today. Whenever pasta salad is in the Moon household, we're both in good spirits, so we're doing well. Pop's got a little vacay time, so he's gearing up for Moon Bash this Saturday and Sunday at Brothers Lounge. If you've missed and haven't heard all week, Inside Edge Network will be live there one day at 1 to 8 p.m., 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Brothers Lounge. It's my birthday bash, but really what it is about, folks, yes, it is around my birthday. My birthday's the 30th, so I do it the weekend before. But it's really about the community, okay? And I really stress that. We've been stressing it all week long, but there's going to be over 50 artists, 51, and then counting myself, 52 artists performing across 4 stages, 2 patios, 2 stages. It's going to be incredible. A great time out there at Brothers Lounge. And then Sunday we have DJs. DJ Chris Dowse from 95.9 WOVU FM here in Cleveland. Will be headlining that. So a lot of great stuff, Chad. I'm excited, man. But yeah, when Pasta Salad's in the building, here in the Moon House, we are doing good. We're vibing. And you know what? I was vibing, and then I got a text earlier today, and I think you got that same text. And look, when we get a text from the big boss, man, we got to make sure we're on our P's and Q's. I was like, somebody might be in trouble. Pete texted, and so we texted, and usually Pete's like, hey guys, great work or whatever. Hey, here's some things going on, whatever. Pete had a very opinionated take, and I don't necessarily disagree with him. Now let's get into it. If you're missing, the game earlier today, the Guardians did fall to the Minnesota Twins. We could talk obviously tomorrow and the next week about the Guardians. They seem to be gearing up for a battle through August and maybe even September to gain this AL Central lead and really hold on to it. They lost to the Minnesota Twins earlier today by a final score of 3-1 in 12 innings. And 12. I just want to make sure I was right because they've been kind of dropping the ball a lot recently. I want to make sure I had the right score. But 3-1 in 12 innings. And it was close, obviously, and really the Guardians game until the 7th, 8th inning there. The Twins got a run in the 8th inning and then put on 2 in the 12th inning to ultimately get the win over the Guardians. They're kind of in a weird spot. But that's not what Pete was upset about.
No.
Pete was upset because obviously there was a rule put into place not too long ago that there's going to be a runner on second throughout Major League Baseball games in the regular season to make sure that games go a little quicker. Chad, we've seen this with the pitch clock. We've seen this with other things in Major League Baseball. Maybe one thing they should work on is maybe some camera angles like you've been doing here. But, the big thing is
work in progress, man.
This ghost runner, right? That's what the broadcast, the Guardians broadcast was calling it earlier today, the radio broadcast. And shout out to Tom Hamilton and of course, Rosie. They do their thing. But it kept getting called the ghost runner. And that irked our owner of the Inside Edge Network, Pete, Peter Tello, Pete. He was like, hey, it's not a ghost runner. It's not a ghost runner. It is something that is physically, it is somebody. That's a person out there that is literally on second base. I got a chance to talk to Pete earlier today in person, got to chop it up with him, Chad, about, the ghost runner and all of this. And he goes, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like that's kickball type of stuff where, yes, it's a ghost runner because you don't have enough players on the team, not in Major League Baseball.
Right.
What are your thoughts? Because obviously, this is, the owner of the company. I think I stand with him in terms of this. There's an actual physical human being out there. Yeah. We could talk about the rule and what it does for baseball, but where do you side? Is it a ghost runner or is that a human being out there?
Well, so it's funny because some people actually refer to this rule as the Manfred Man rule, right? So that seems to, I guess we're acknowledging that there is a person there, right? There's a human being. Yeah, it's not a ghost runner. And first of all, can we just get this out of the way? I can't stand this rule. I get why they did it originally. It was put in during the COVID season. It was basically for just trying to, sometimes you pocket a dime and a nickel now to hopefully get a dollar later. That's kind of what MLB was doing. It was like, okay, well, listen, if we don't run through a bunch of bullpens and we don't have to have a bunch of guys traveling all over the place, there were travel restrictions, things were weird during COVID. So it was like, let's just not run through the bullpens. Let's put a runner out there on second base. Let's get these games over with quickly. And for the purpose of the COVID shortened season, I guess I understood it. It was whatever. It was just, it was trying to keep a bunch of guys from, up and down. There were no minor leagues. So,
right.
It was just whatever. It was just trying to keep the roster, right? You didn't want to do too many unnecessary injuries or whatever, running through bullpens or, whatever. Now it just doesn't make sense anymore. I mean, this is professional baseball. Like, how are you going to give them a runner on second base in the extra innings of regular? But hey, don't worry, because when we get to the playoffs, the World Series, whatever, games that matter, that rule goes away. So
right.
To me, first of all, that doesn't make any sense. But yeah, it's definitely not a ghost runner. I mean, if I can see it, right? I can see you. You're on the roster. You're listed. I just had a conversation with you in the dugout last half inning. We were just talking, right? You are not a ghost. Like you're an actual person. So Manfred Man rule, I guess, is okay. But the rule stinks. It's one of the worst rule changes that we've made in baseball. I hated the pitch clock at first. I don't mind it now. I guess it's one of those things I got used to. I know people are weirded out by the big bases. I think that's kind of strange. I don't dislike, but I really dislike this rule.
It gets tricky, Chad. Here's why. A few other things too is like, obviously, we're big baseball guys. We spent yesterday, after the show, obviously, we pulled the curtain back here. Chad and I talked till, I don't know, the wee evenings, folks. Yeah. Okay, look, we talk, getting the show ready for you, for you, so we can bring it to you right now at this time, right? But we're doing that prep the night before, and we were talking some baseball, and we weren't even talking like anything specific, but just talking baseball, man. And I think there's not a lot of that really in America right now, so it's kind of cool that I'm able to chop it up with the guy I do a show with every day about that. And, we were talking baseball, and I was thinking about this when we talked about this rule, because we did stumble across this, obviously, this afternoon. I thought about this, and I was like, I can't wait to ask Chad. Where do you think this affects the strategies of Major League Baseball managers? Because with the runner on second, right, typically when you get a guy on first, in traditional extra innings before this rule, the Manfred-Man rule, you have a guy on first. Okay, somebody gets on via a walk or a single, whatever, hit by pitch, whatever. They get on. Now you have a decision to make. Like, are we just going to ride this out? This is our first baseman. Are we going to put a pinch runner in and try to get this guy home? And then if not, we're going to probably have to, unless the guy's just a fast first baseman, we're going to have to find another guy to put. Now we're using two bodies to get this guy home. It gets a little trickier with the guy on second, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, it's just the guy that was the last out, I believe, goes on the second, right? Okay, so that would, still make it kind of interesting, right? Where, okay, how are you strategizing as a manager? Okay, if your first baseman gets on second, are you pulling him out because you're so close to getting him home? Like, if you're in the top of the inning, there's not really much of a chance to know for sure the game's over. And the game's never over, folks, till the fat lady sings. But at the end of the day, it was a little bit differently, moved a little different when you had extra innings the traditional way, because you would go make that move a little bit, almost like without a shadow of a doubt if you're a manager. Now it's like, okay, I'm in the top of the inning, I could sub them out. But if we bring them home and then they go and get their run, and now we just lost our first baseman for the day. So how do you think managers are adapting? There's been a few years now of this rule. How do you think they're adapting to that?
Well, it's funny because most of the idea of small ball has gone away, right? It used to be like back in the day. It's not an old guy. Back in my day, but it's just I think when you in the extra, let's say extra innings, right? Especially the bottom of the inning, right?
Yeah.
If you're on defense, you're in the field. You get a runner on second and nobody out. I mean, the temptation was obviously to put a runner on first, right? You would walk around. You wanted to create a force out. You don't want this guy in running and scoring position out there on second base. I mean, that's the winning run. That's the walk. That's it, right? So sometimes I wonder, like, it's like you get through the top of the 10th or whatever, and the let's say the Manfred man, I won't call him Ghost Runner, the Manfred man doesn't score. Then do you automatically start the bottom of the inning by putting two guys on base now with nobody out, or is it just like, okay, pitchers have kind of gotten used to pitching with the guy on second and nobody out? You got to get pretty lucky, to be honest with you, to not give up that run. I mean, I'm sure I don't know the exact numbers, but when the leadoff hitter of an inning gets on base, gets on first base, the percentage obviously goes up for that runner to score. If the leadoff runner gets on second base, it skyrockets, right? So, oh no, am I down?
I hear you. You froze for a minute, but I still heard you.
Okay. That made me nervous. I thought everything else was going to go down. And I was like, here goes the rest of my USB apparatus. But apparatus?
Asparagus.
Okay, asparagus. It's asparagus. Now it's going to smell funny when I pee. Whatever. What was I saying?
You were saying second base rule bad. Second runner on second bad. We don't like it. But I guess like my thing is like, is it not likened to, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, but is it not likened to the penalty kicks like we just saw in the World Cup and in soccer, where, okay, the only difference is there is penalty kicks. There would have been penalty kicks in the World Cup final if Argentina was able to just withstand a little bit longer against Spain. But is this not like the same thing kind of as penalty kicks? It's
not exactly like that. It's almost like it would be like letting soccer players now go off sides, right? Like now you don't have to worry about the imaginary line. You can just run, right? Like if you think you can cherry pick a goal, go. That's kind of what it feels more like that, because honestly, like penalty kicks, it seems like it would equate to just having guys up there with like a jugs gun, and whoever hits the furthest home run or whatever wins the game now. You know what I mean? You get three swings or whatever. But yeah, it's almost like just hey, now offsides isn't a thing. Don't worry, just go, right? Like if you see a breakaway coming, you can go now. You don't have to worry about the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I don't like the rule really. You've heard the golden at bat rule, right? That they're toying with possibly implementing.
A little bit, but familiarize me again, and for the audience that may not know.
It's awful, Eli. So now they're saying that at a critical point of the game, and I don't know if it's going to be like between the 7th and 9th innings, or if it's anytime you can, or 7th and if it goes into extra innings, whenever, or if it's anytime during the game, you can pick any batter in your lineup to take an at bat at any time. You could just pluck a guy. Hey, like I'm going to go back to my Braves. Hey, Chipper, you know what? Like, but here's the problem. Like, it causes too many issues because now you've got real ghost runner issues, right? Like,
Yeah.
what if you want Chipper Jones to come taking at bat and your 9 hitters up, right? And he gets it, he walks, right? Let's say he walks, and
Yeah.
now your leadoff hitter walks, your 2 hitter walks, and now you've got
no.
bases loaded, nobody out, and Chipper's back up and he's on third.
Yeah,
Like,
because you either swap them out.
face.
Yeah, I see your face, buddy.
Yeah,
But yeah, you either swap them out for somebody. I don't know what you would do there because it just gets tricky, man. And now it becomes back to Pete's point. The owner of the Inside Edge Network. For those that we don't really bring up Pete besides giving him thanks and everything because he kind of just likes to do his thing, stay behind the scenes. But we appreciate Pete for helping us with this today because it sparked a strong discussion, and we were sitting here thinking just like, man, this whole thing with baseball, and like again, I'm talking with Pete and Double A, got to sit down with them and chop it up with them earlier today before the show, and just it really, Pete hit it right on the head when he said this is like kickball. This is like we are going back to like youth games. Like there's a wiffle ball. This is like this type of stuff, and it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Yeah. I agree with Pete. Now here's my other thought too, Chad.
It also brings back the days of like Little League Baseball where the whole team had 4 helmets.
Yes.
So like if you had bases loaded, like the guy on deck was just like, I have to stay in the dugout. They won't even let me on. I don't have a helmet on. Yeah.
I know. And my other thought is too, right? Now think about these relief pitchers. That, ERA is like one of the biggest things, you're determined by most times when it comes to relief pitching. They're not looking at your win-loss record, really. We understand that gets a little ugly because of situations you're thrown in. We're going to look at your strikeout-to-walk ratio, of course. We're going to check that. But the big thing, at least for me, Chad, and maybe I'm wrong, but as somebody who's really followed baseball my entire life, I always look at the ERA of a relief pitcher. That is the name of the game. Can you keep runs from scoring, right? Like, are you giving up extra runs when you're coming in here? Because I know you're not going to always come in and be on skates. I know there's extra bases loaded situations and stuff, but that's my point. Is now with this extra rule or this run on a second rule that we've had here for the last couple of years, maybe we look at how ERA and stuff like that is like calculated as well. Does that count technically as an earned run for the pitcher? Like, what are we doing here?
I guess it does. I mean, but it should be an inherited runner, right? And I was going to say It's deeper than that with relievers because you have inherited runners. You can have a reliever with a 0.00 ERA. But if he keeps coming in and giving up, a bases loaded triple every time he comes in with the bases loaded all season, it's like he's responsible for like 15 runs given up and he's got a 0.00. Everyone goes, hey, that's the reliever of the year, but he has like 19 blown saves or whatever. So you can't just look at ERA. You got to look at it all. You got to look at WHIP. You got to look at just a lot of different, inherited runners. Inherited runners stranded, inherited runners scored, whatever. You have to look at a lot. And baseball is just that kind of the sabermetric sport, right? Like you look at the stats that explain the stats. It's like, well, yeah, my guy's only hitting 220, but look at that OPS. It's such a weird sport. Like
it's Bazana talk. We just did that with Bazana the other day. Like, his batting average doesn't stand out super strong to most people, but it's all right. Like it's we'll take it in this Guardians offense for sure. And then the fact that he's walking, and like you always bring up, he is a professional batter in his rookie season. He is somebody that does not look lost at the plate, swinging out of his shoes, going for the moon every time he's up at the plate. He's just trying to get on base, and that is a big thing, Chad. But it just made me think with these runners
a little bit,
Yeah, and it just made me think with these pitchers, these relief pitchers, like they're put in a bad spot already. And I just think it's kind of like, okay, we're disservicing the game. So like, what's next? Like if a pitcher strikes out 5 batters in a row, he's on a heater and the next inning's over officially. Like we're skipping to you'll do the top half of the inning and the bottom is skipped because he struck out the side before. So now are we just doing level ups? Like is this going to become like a Mario game where we're just using power-ups? I don't get it. I
had to verify. That is, it counts as an unearned run. The Manfred man, if that runner if it scores. Look at me. Now I'm dehumanizing it. If that runner scores, if that human being with a beating heart, if they score, it counts as an unearned run. So it does not count against the pitcher's earned run average. So at least there's that.
Yeah, but it's still like,
it doesn't help you if you lose the game, but
it's not going to help you if you lose the game. And of course, when people go to pull back, if you're on a contract year or something, they're going to look at those types of moments because this is the game now. Are you able to keep that uninherited run that will not affect your ERA? Can you keep that from scoring? Because that's still going to be the name of the game. And here's my fear.
Pressure in extra innings. It's crazy to come in with the guy on second like that. That's crazy.
Absolutely crazy.
The offense having to earn it. I can't.
And second of all things too, not first. Like I'm surprised they didn't start with first. At least see, okay, if we put somebody on, I know double play, whatever. I just think what happened to the game I love sometimes. That's what I feel like with some of these rules. I mean, the pitch clock doesn't drive me crazy, Chad. I know some people get mad about the pitch clock. I think it is what it is. We're in a modern day of baseball where they're trying to find ways. If he would have just stayed away from the runner on second, I don't think we'd be on Rob Manfred for at least too much. But this. I remember when this came out, Chad, because I was doing video board coverage for the Lake County Captains, running the video board, doing camera work. And I remember this came out because they were going to start experimenting it with in the minor leagues. And I watched how it happened in the minor leagues. And I was like, don't like it. Don't like it. I really don't, because it's like, I know it's in regular season right now. I get it. But again, it's something we discussed on Main Event where, maybe, Rob Ruzicki wasn't necessarily a fan of, they were going to try to force the penalty kicks to decide a World Cup final, that maybe, you only do it for, the first portion, like, the knockout stage, or maybe you only do it for group play. But it is a thing. So here's my fear. If it's already a thing in soccer at the greatest stage of soccer, my fear is we will be seeing here in 5 to 7 years somebody on second in the top of the 10th inning when it's, I don't know, hopefully Guardians and Braves, and I went to say Indians, but that's because they played the Braves. But Guardians, Braves, and in a World Series, and that's how we're talking about. Like, it's bad, and we talk all the time, Chad, and then I'll hand it back to you for any final thoughts on this because we got to go to break. But my final thought on this is it's worrisome because we already talk about in basketball, all the ways they're kind of changing a few things. Like now you have to have 65 games to be obviously eligible for NBA awards. So now some of these guys are going to miss out because they got a freak injury or something for 15, 17 games, mixed in with a day or two earlier because they didn't expect a freak injury because they can't plan freak injuries. And now they're missing out.
Is wild. That's all you can miss. That's it.
Yeah, 17. That is literally, you cannot miss. You basically can miss 2 weeks of basketball. So if you sprain your ankle significantly and you're out for a month, it's a wrap. You're pretty much done. And it just doesn't make any sense because now we're diminishing or removing key legacy pieces. We're sitting here talking all week for the entire month of July, really, about LeBron James and his legacy. And it's really come up a lot more recently. We are removing legacy pieces, keys to somebody's legacy in basketball. And it's starting to do the same, I feel like, in baseball with some of these things. It's starting to get dangerous. Even, I know we don't count home run derbies and stuff like that, too. But think about, some of these moments we've been robbed of that create legends. I remember Josh Hamilton going absolutely bonkers for the Texas Rangers, smashing a ton of home runs, those types of moments. And he played in the All-Star game, I believe, the next day. Those are moments I feel like we don't get. And again, they're trying to change it. But Chad, again, I say sometimes, what happened to the game I love?
We're getting old, man.
yeah.
Getting old.
We're getting old. That's all Chad B's got for it. That's his final thought on this one. We're getting old, folks.
Just happy my camera's still working. I don't know.
I'm very happy for you, too. You want to know something cool, bud?
Yeah.
This time, literally, next Thursday will be my official birthday. I'll be 29 years old, so I can join you there in your late 20s. I'm so excited. I'm very, very.
That's where I am. Yeah, that's where I am.
Very happy for it. Hey, that's Chad B to my right. You're right. Everybody's right. Everybody, I'm Eli Moon. We are happy you're with us. Thank you so much. This is Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network, and when we come back, we're going to get into the world of college football. It's been a minute since Chad and I have dove into it, and we actually were talking off air earlier this week about how excited we are talking for the first time about some college football season. We started the show, obviously, Thursday topics. It turned into Inside Edge Prime Time back in January, February, really the end of January, middle of January. So we haven't had a college football season really to get into. We talked off season. We haven't talked the season. So we're excited, but we don't have the season yet. What we are going to do is talk about some situations. There's a lot of quarterbacks that a lot of teams are going to be looking for. Yeah. Who makes the most sense, not only just for the NFL. Let's talk about what they do for their college football team this year. Of course, you have the blue bloods, the blue-collar workers, essentially, the guys that have been there for 6-7 years, like Trinidad Chambliss, and then you got some new bucks. We'll talk about all those here on Inside Edge Prime Time here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad B and I are back with you after this.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
And welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan to my right, your right, everybody's right, and I am Eli Moon. We are back in the saddle, on the saddle, saddle adjacent. Just got done talking about the extra innings rule in Major League Baseball. The second base runner, is he a ghost runner? He's not a ghost runner. Pete, we answered it for you. He is not a ghost runner. In fact, he's real. He's real, and we're real. We're right here back with you in the flesh. Chad, be a little close and personal with you. Hopefully you are enjoying your Chad vision, because he is, hold on, let me try something here. Oh, I was going to try to go to one shot, see if I can get you on there. All right. If you're back here with us, we're back with you. So good news. We're all back at the same time. Awesome. Look at that. Like, subscribe, follow if you're here for the first time or forgot to last time. No worries. Like, subscribe, follow Inside Edge Net on all the socials, YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We're on Twitch as well. Smash that notification bell. Know when we're going live across all the socials. 4 daily programs for you on Filter with Kyle Cornell, 5 to 6 p.m. Of course, you have Inside Edge Primetime. Chad and I, 10 to 11. Autumn Chisholm with the Daily Spiral, 11 to 12. Chad Bryan, her co-host tonight. And then Midnight Run with Anthony Alford. At midnight, I'll be producing that. Going to have a lot of fun with you here. We're here all the way with you till 1 in the morning. Throughout bits of the evening, you'll see Chad and I. So we'll be rocking with you with all the rest of the gang. We're excited. So make sure you smash that notification bell. Know when we're going live. Follow Inside Edge Net. All that great stuff. And read about Chad Bryan. Read about how great he is and everybody else across the Inside Edge Network. All the personalities you know and love here at Inside Edge Network. And, of course, go to our partners page. Could not do it without them. Fanatics.com, AlleyRoseFragrances.com, W Energy, Monster Moments, SportsMemorabilia.com, and Omega Video Marketing. Could not do it without our partners. And couldn't do it without you at home, folks. Could not do it without you. So go to our merchandise store. Go rep Cleveland's digital leader, your source for sports, entertainment, mental health, conversation, news, and everything in between. Rep, whether it's a shirt, a polo, a hat, a windbreaker, a mug. Just get it. Just rock it. You know what? It's cool. And you know why it's cool? Because we told you it's cool. And you should want to rock it because you're with us every night. So now you can tell all your friends. And you can go tell your friends to check us out on Roku as well. Inside Edge Network app on Roku. Take us wherever you want to go. Whether it's on the road, traveling, your baseball game, your local pub, you want to go dance at a disco party, take us with you. We want to party too. We want to disco. All right? All right. Good. Chad B., you've made it to a half hour. I'm proud of you. I thought I may lose you at some point already through this broadcast. So the fact that you are still here, yeah, we're good. We're good.
Night's
we're
still
doing
young. Yeah.
Yes, night's still. Don't say that. Don't say that. No, we're doing our. Well, it is. It is. You know what? For the sake of the people. Yes, I got a lot left with us. but I'm a little worried about you. I can't lie. I'm a little worried about you.
Yeah, I'll be all right. I'll be
All right, good. All right, well, that's all the reassurance I needed. With that being said, we're going to dive into our next subject here. Next thing that caught our minds here today. We were scrolling. Now, full disclaimer, folks, when we did the milk discussion yesterday about Lil Wayne, that was found at like 3 in the morning during our, again, Double A laughs. But Chad and I have our post-show or our pre-show meeting at 1-ish in the morning.
After midnight run, right? I mean, you just don't want to worry about that last second. Come on.
No, you got to get ready. You stay ready. You don't got to get ready. All right, so here's what Chad sent to me, however, earlier today. We got after it a little bit yesterday, and we stumbled across this more so earlier today. And Chad B, you sent this over to me from ESPN. This was David Hale ranking all 138 FBS NCAA quarterback situations ahead of the 2026 season. Now, they have not graced us with enough time here tonight to go over all 138, so we will not do that.
Thursday top 138. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. Tonight's college quarterbacks. No?
But I'll tell you this.
All right, we're not doing that.
No.
Whatever.
No. All right, so I'll tell you this. We were scrolling through.
Pete, now you make decisions. Okay, I see how.
No. Let me be very clear. Yeah, literally, Pete, Double A, then me. Like, very, very apparent to everybody out there. And you know what's funny? I'm gonna get something off my chest real quick, and then we'll get back into it. Right. Kyle and you love saying, "Oh, he's flexing the APD card, the assistant program director." I
like to tell people that you have a badge. I just tell people that you have a badge that you show.
I'll tell you this. I don't have a badge, but I do have business cards. So if you see me in person, ask for a business card. I got those. If you're a small business looking to get your business out there, I do have help for you here on the Inside Edge Network. All right, let's get into it. This FBS thing, I was looking at this, Chad, and a few things stuck out to me. First off, he tiered it, right? Like, he did. But I feel like he kind of, okay, this is going to be a little controversial already. Like the tier 1A and 1B.
Yeah.
And first off, just stand strong in what you want to say, man. Is this tier 1 or is this like, if I ask you if you're number 1, Chad, you're not going to go, well, I'm 1A and,
Yeah, I'm like 1E point.
Yeah. Carry the 3. Like, I don't get it. But for the sake of this discussion, yes, for the sake of this discussion, he did have tier A. And tier 1A was room at the top, the 4 players. So these are like the main 4 in of course, David Hale's opinion here. The main 4, Miami's, from Duke, the transfer, now at the U, that's been a trend for the Hurricanes, Darian Mensah, out of Duke, and now Miami. Notre Dame, CJ Carr, who's back for another season here for Notre Dame. Of course, you have Ole Miss. You want to talk about a guy who's back for another year. Trinidad Chambliss, back for another year after fighting with the NCAA on eligibility. And then, of course, Arch.
Actually, yeah.
Yes. And then Arch Manning from Texas. And there's not too much tape or any discussion on that guy. We'll have to do a little bit more research about, Arch Manning as well. No, all jokes aside, Chad B., I'm looking at this, and I know you have some thoughts in general about this whole list, but my first takeaway, because I got to this, and obviously, you know me, something catches my attention, I get stuck on that. And this is what I've been stuck on.
Okay.
How is Darian Mensah, are we just saying that whoever goes to the U is just going to be a superstar? I don't understand. The U we went over it. We did our top 5 runner-ups earlier this week on Tuesday. If you missed it, check it out. Actually, Double A will have some discussion on that tonight at midnight, so take a look at that. But we did, a little spoiler alert, we did have the 0-2 Hurricanes on that list. I won't tell you where, but we did have them on that list. Yes. But Chad, it's been 24 years. 24 years since they have been that relevant. Now, granted, they were in the national championship, but as we've seen in this flux of college football in the playoff, especially now with the 12 team, there's really not a guarantee they get back or even a really strong probability. And the fact that they're now rotating another quarterback in, let's do the math. They've had Cam Ward. I get it. Number 1 overall pick. I understand. But they've had Cam Ward. Then they went to Carson Beck. Now they have Darian Mensah. They're living off this transfer quarterback idea. And I know that's a new fad here in college football. Yeah. I just don't think Darian Mensah is as exciting as everybody is out to be. Where's the love for Dante Moore? Where is the love for the guy who was literally projected to be the second quarterback off the board last year? I don't get it. I don't
know. And it's funny because, if you look at a lot of other listings, a lot of people have ranked their quarterbacks. And I'm looking at another one now. This is, it's funny because this one actually says it's from The Athletic. And they've copied and pasted, but they've got Dante Moore at number 2 on this one. So it's weird. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think the quarterback situation at Oregon is weird anyway. But I mean, let's see what Dante Moore does. The thing that I see, honestly, when I look at this list, the thing that terrifies me is I know that Andrew Berry is like, you know what I mean? Like just looking at
not that face.
No, that face. Trust me. You know the meme. You know the exact one.
I know.
That's how I feel like he's looking at this list. And I'm like, not again. not again, man. Like, somebody step up, man. Like, come on, Shedeur. Come on, man. Like, Shedeur, please. Like, it doesn't have to be pretty. It doesn't have to be a 15-win season. I just want to see some progress, some like QB1 flashes for more than, a possession or two a game here or there. I got to see like 5 or 6 games in a row where he comes out and throws for like 325, 330, maybe 3 touchdowns, hopefully less than 2 interceptions, right? And just like shows the ability to be able to develop into the franchise quarterback that the Browns have been missing since, I don't know, 1987 and 88.
Yeah.
And they've had a couple of good appearances in there, right? It's like the concert hall that used to be great. And it's like, well, they had Pink Floyd back in 2009. Well, yeah, that was 2009. They had Pink Floyd with the pastor, whatever. Everybody loves Pink Floyd, but it was not like having Pink Floyd in the 60s, right? It's just it's been, you know how it's been here. I don't have to get into that. But I thought saying the article said that Julian Sayin was like in a tier, but you have Jeremiah Smith. And it's like, well, I don't know. I mean, that's the guy that broke the record for completion percentage in a season for all of college in the history of college football. I think he completed 80% of his passes in over 5 games.
Right.
I don't have that in front of me, but I think it was something. It was something near. He just never really got rattled, right? Like, yeah, he threw a couple picks here and there, but it never looked like it affected him to the point where, like, okay, Julian Sayin's out of the game. It's the running game or bust for Ohio State now. Like, Sayin makes all the throws, and I feel like to have Mensa above him based on, I'm not sure what, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah, and is Mensa being ranked as the number 1 quarterback? Is like that what we're doing? Is that why he's at like the top? Like, are they saying Darian Mensa is the? And I understand transfer quarterbacks. That's like the portal is the new thing. Like, and so well, they're in a new situation, so they got to be better than where they were. But here's the reality, folks, and I'm just gonna cut it to you as plain as I can, as cut and dry. And Chad may differ, but the best quarterback in college football this year is gonna be Dante Moore. I mean, I will stand 10 toes, 100 toes. If they gave me 100 toes, I'd be a little scared about my situation. But, I am standing.
How many feet you have, I think. If they're all on 2 feet, that's weird. Yeah.
But I'll tell you this, Chad. I am standing 10 toes down with this. Dante Moore was not just the number 2 quarterback projected to go off the board for no reason. And you can say, well, weak quarterback class. Okay, sure, I guess. But the discussion point was going to be at one point if he was going to be the first quarterback off the board. I mean, like, I don't really get it, man. And then you see all of this hoopla around some of these other guys, CJ Carr at Notre Dame. You want to talk about the stigma on Julian Sayin of, well, he has Jeremiah Smith. Well, who in the hell does Notre Dame play most of the year? The big reason they weren't in the playoffs last year is because they lost to, well, let's check our notes. Checked my notes. The U. They lost to him earlier on in the season, so they didn't make it. So it's like, we're going to put that in. I don't understand. Dante Moore, let's look at it. He's going to play in the Big Ten again, obviously, this year for Oregon. He's also having a guy who's going to test him. I'm not saying he's going to take his job, but Dylan Raiola, who started at Nebraska, is his backup. He's going to have a lot of competition there, so he's going to have to play well from a week-to-week basis, or else a guy who has been a starter before could just go into that role, depending on what Dan Lanning wants to do. He's going to play tough competition. He's already been elite before. He's been in Heisman finalist discussion. He is the best quarterback in college football. Am I saying I hope the Browns draft him? No, because Shedeur Sanders hopefully is getting ready for his second full year of starting next season.
Yeah,
but
that's the point. And it's funny that a lot of people don't want that. A lot of people want they're just for the I'm not even really sure if it's hate for Shedeur Sanders or what it is, but they're just rooting for the turmoil, right? Just so Shedeur's not the guy. I don't have to look at Shedeur. I don't want to his stupid wrist or whatever. Like, what does that matter to you? I mean, if this guy comes out and he's the franchise quarterback for your Browns, who haven't had one since the 80s, you would really, because of a college celebration, it's just like, that's wild to me. And you want the turmoil. You want that constant, like, stirring of the quarterback position. You don't want that. I mean, if you're a Browns fan, you want your team to win. You want there to be stability at the quarterback position. We shouldn't care about this list. This shouldn't even matter right now. Right? Who cares? If you're the Browns, who cares? It's a fun college football discussion, but I can't help but look at it through my orange-colored glasses. You know what I mean? Because I know that here, like, in a I don't know, about 3 months, the Browns are going to be 1-5, 1-6, whatever, 1-7. I don't know, 2 and whatever, and we're going to be looking at this list. We're going, okay, well, I don't know. Chambliss threw a pick against LSU in the third quarter. He's out. Right, Sam Levitt had a nice game for LSU, but he threw a pick against Ole Miss in that same game. He's out. We're going to be micromanaging these guys down to the bones, right?
Yeah.
And then pretty soon, no matter who the Browns pick, I didn't want that guy. There's not going to be one guy that stands out. I'm feeling very pessimistic about this whole thing, about this heading into the 27 draft, and just wondering what the Browns are going to do. I hope that the quarterback position is stabilized. That's all I'm going to say.
I get it.
Stabilized.
But here's one more. Usually I don't give you two super strong predictions, but not really even a prediction. It's a spoiler, folks. The AFC North is going to be drafting at least 2 quarterbacks. The Steelers are going to be drafting a quarterback this upcoming year. I know they have Drew Aller in the quarterback room. And I know Kyle Cornell's big on Drew Aller, and there's other people around the NFL outlets that are big on Drew Aller. But I do think they will definitely dip their toe in the quarterback pool again and try to see what it is. No, not 138, but they will definitely not 100 toes either. Yes, okay. But what they will look into is, I think, possibly a first-round quarterback. They have not taken a first-round quarterback in quite some time. I believe the last one was Ben Roethlisberger. So think about that. And then, of course, I think it's either going to be or the Browns or the Bengals. Mm-hmm. I think the Bengals. Man, we don't have enough time tonight to break it down. I think they're going to be looking for a quarterback come the end of this season. Okay. You've seen how frustrated Joe Burrow was at certain points. He said he didn't he wasn't having fun. He was sad, essentially, sad Joe Burrow. I think there's a real reality where a team sees they are just a quarterback away, like an elite quarterback, and they do what the Rams did and what other teams have done in the past, and they go get Joe Burrow.
See, but I think the Bengals might be they might be in for big things this season. I think if that happens, I think Joe Burrow is going to find he's like, hey, I'm having fun now. Right?
See, so that's just a different debate, and we'll have to talk a little bit more of, we've had a few months to kind of see things, how the AFC North shakes up and things. I know you're going to break it down. I know you are going to have a little vacation coming up here soon from the network and have some time away. We definitely well-deserved. But you'll come back and talk with TK Danger on the AFC North. But I think we should talk AFC North. I'll wait for you and TK to get into it, and then we'll talk AFC North. I don't think the Bengals are going to be as hot as everybody thinks. I've had some time to think on it. I just don't think so.
They're polarizing, not in the sense that you either love them or you hate them, but I think it could go one way or the other really extremely for the Bengals.
I think the wild card is the Ravens. Not like they're going to get the wild card. I'm saying they are the wild card. Depending how the Ravens look, they are the wild card. I don't know what to really expect under Jesse Minter. I don't know what to expect. I mean, you could say the same under Monk, and I get McCarthy. At least we know there's a track history. Yeah. As far as the Ravens, they're kind of that. Are they going to assert themselves back into that second discussion? I think the Steelers are winning the division. Let's just say that.
Well, the Bengals are right there with that stability, though. Like, they're the only team in the division with their same head coach from last year. So I think that makes
but that's because Mike Brown doesn't want to pay anybody, Chad.
Well, maybe that's the case, but they still have that. It's continuity, right? Sure. Sometimes in the NFL, that means something over 53 guys trying to learn a new system, offensively, defensively, whatever.
Sure. I get you. Hey, we could talk a little bit more about this, and then we'll talk the AFC North. Football season is right around the corner, folks. So we'll talk about that, but we got to go to break here for just a quick second. Grab your caffeine, grab your dinner, grab whatever you need. We appreciate you being with us. When we come back, Jake Paul is in the news again. This time, well, you'll have to see after the break what he is in the news for this time. Chad B to my right, you're right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. This is Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. We're back after this, and of course, if you missed Unfiltered earlier today, take a look what Kyle Cornell talked about earlier on.
So, guys, awesome show today on Unfiltered. We got into a lot, including the situation over in Put-in-Bay. Any updates, of course, we'll have them for you over on our Twitter. Just search Unfiltered216 or our Facebook page, Unfiltered with Kyle Cornell. It's tragic that happened over in Put-in-Bay in the overnight hours going into today. Also talked about this new group. I shouldn't say new. They've been around for a few years, but People's Budget Cleveland. Great conversation with Jake Underwood about that, too. Make sure you guys check that out tomorrow. Will he, won't he? The LeBron watch continues, and our unveiling of the meme of the week. You guys submitted. We have the top 3. That tomorrow right here, Unfiltered, 5 p.m., all along the Inside Edge Network. I will see you at 5. Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to Fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's Fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Man, we are so excited. It is almost the weekend. It's almost time for Moon Bash, which we'll have here on our network Saturday at 1 o'clock here on the Inside Edge Network. But before then, we have Midnight Run coming up later on tonight. Last night, people have been on my case. Because I said I'd rather have James Harden on the Cavaliers than Kyrie Irving. I'm not talking about talent. I'm talking about availability. I'm talking about the fact that Kyrie Irving has not participated, has not played in 60 games or more since 2019, except for one time. One season has he played in 60 games or more since 2019. You trust he's going to be available coming off of torn ACLs? Hey, LeBron wants Kyrie on this team. Come on now. He's going to spend more time at the Cleveland Clinic than he would with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I don't know if that's a good idea. We're going to hear from other towns' perspectives as we go around the dial. Are other cities sick of waiting on LeBron, or they're sitting back kicking their feet? We'll get perspective on that. Plus, do you need this quarterback battle between Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson to drag all the way to week one, or would you rather have a decision made pretty quickly? How about after the first preseason game? We'll talk about that and a lot more. I'm sure we got news. Oh, we got a pound cake with wings. We're going to show that to you coming up tonight. Midnight Run, tonight at midnight, right here on the Inside Edge Network.
And welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan to my right, your right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We're back in the saddle on the saddle adjacent here with you for just another 10 minutes or so. Autumn Chisholm and the Daily Spiral coming up at the top of the hour. We've talked the runner on second rule and how madly it drives us crazy and all of that jazz. We've, of course, also talked about all of the situations in college football, the quarterbacks, not all 138, but we broke it down what it means for the Browns, and we'll maybe talk about that AFC North a little bit later on here in the next week or so with, of course, Chad B. He will be on vacation. We'll announce that soon when that is, but we'll talk about it relatively soon. The vacation and, of course, the AFC North. But we have no time to waste. Chad B., why is Jake Paul in the news again today? Why? Just why? Why?
Well, I mean, should we just let him talk about it himself, maybe?
Yeah, I think that'd be.
Let's
I don't
play
know if
this
it'd be,
video.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if it explains everything, but we'll
Yeah.
just take in this video and then just watch, and then we'll come back.
Okay.
Can you talk us through your plan to get to the NFL more?
I mean, it's pretty simple. Just like when I started boxing, it's funny to see the tweet and deleters out there, the non-believers, the naysayers. Shout out to Drake. I think there's a lot of super mediocrity in the NFL, a lot of not good athletes, a lot of people dropping passes on a consistent basis. I have better hands than them. I'm faster than them. I'm stronger than them. I work harder than them. Really, all it's going to take is just me after boxing practicing some routes. I have a couple teams and coaches that I've already talked to that are interested in bringing me onto the team. It's really going to be quite easy.
Do you have a dream team you'd like to play for?
I mean, I'd love to go to the Cleveland Browns. Been a Browns fan my whole entire life. My mom is a diehard Browns fan, and I think they could use some good receivers over there. Number 17, Browns reserve the jersey now. Thank you.
Are we for real?
Eli, Anthony Joshua broke this man. Like, his brain is still, it's facing the wrong way inside his skull, I think. It's like,
Can you imagine if Shador already gets all the hate he gets, unnecessary hate, and then Jake Paul gets the necessary hate that he gets on the same roster? Brother, I gotta start smoking cigarettes again if that's the case.
what position is he trying to play, Eli?
All of them, apparently.
All of them. There's a lot of super mediocrity. I can't even say it. Super mediocrity. A lot of not good athletes, right? Or what do you say? Not
yeah.
I don't even
Yeah,
care.
not
Yeah.
yeah. Athletes aren't good, and
Whatever.
and they're dropping passes. Meanwhile, Jake Paul's still picking his jaw up from the floor.
I mean, every time he bites into a sandwich, another tooth falls. Did he say it was going to be quite easy?
Yeah.
I can only assume that he's trying to play. What just popped up on my monitor? I can only assume that the whole screen went white. I don't know what's happening. It sounds like he's going to practice running routes. Okay, so he's either going to be a wide receiver, a tight end, or a bus driver. And I don't think that if I'm a linebacker, please invite this dude to training camp. Get him out here. Quite easy. Bro, did you say it was going to be quite easy? Like, these guys have been doing this their whole life, man. All these guys in the NFL, every single guy. It doesn't matter. The 94th guy in camp that won't make the team. He's been doing this his whole life. And you woke up from a medically induced coma 3 weeks ago and like, you haven't done much play football. Like, come on, dude. Like, you're not playing in the NFL. This pisses me off worse than the Manfred Man rule. I hate this. Are you serious?
More? I don't know about more than the.
This is stupid.
Yeah,
Stupid. At least that was designed to help people. This is designed.
This helps people too. Because now you get to see another way of Jake Paul getting smashed, this time on a gridiron.
No, I need it without a helmet. It's got to happen without a helmet on. That Anthony Joshua punch was so satisfying. It just felt like for one of the few times over the past 10 years, our nation was united, right? Like, we were like, all right, that's something we can agree on because his head's over here and his jaw's over here, and that's fine. That's good. And quite easy, Eli, is what he said it was going to be. Quite easy.
Well, I think that part of that
non-athletic athleticers out there and the good, not good. Shut up. CTE. I told you in the rundown. I said we live in a simulation and it has CTE. This is proof.
I'm not agreeing with Jake Paul by any stretch, but I think part of this thinking, besides him being delusional, is because he went into boxing and say what you want about the fights. I mean, obviously, so they're definitely up to some questions, but he has had success in the limelight in terms of boxing. Whether they're right fights, the correct fights. I don't agree with him. He's fighting essentially guys that are in their 40s and 50s, but he's had that success, Chad. And, he thinks maybe in his mentality because, he walked into boxing. He was a wrestler. Him and Logan wrestled all the way through high school and whatnot. We're successful here in Ohio, especially Logan. But I think that's just his mentality. Is he can just walk into any sport. Now I'm surprised he didn't say anything about hockey next, or is he going to go play baseball, or is he making his decision after LeBron's decision? Is he a free agent officially for the NBA? I think this guy just has this reality.
I'm going to compete in the Summer Olympics for the women's gymnastics team. Why not? Isn't he 6'1", 216, 218, whatever?
Yeah, he's definitely not well, as someone who's 6'1", that's not short, but yes.
No,
yes.
It's not short, but that's slot receiver style. Yeah, you could go be a wide, but he's not running a 4.4 40. He doesn't have the crisp route running skills of Carnell Tate, coming into the NFL. This is so. I can't even have the words. I can't find words. This is so stupid. I mean, this dude's a clown, man, and I get it. A lot of what he does is self promotion, and listen, he helps out a lot of people. And I think he's really good for women's boxing. I think that's great. Just women's fighting in general. I think he's done a lot of good things. And I'm not going to he's okay. Maybe he's a clown, but he's done some good things. I will give him that.
Right.
This is ridiculous. Unless it's to promote something that's listen, if he does this whole thing and this happens, first of all, I'll throw up, I'll vomit. But if he does this and it ends up helping some marginalized group of people, then I'll eat my words. I'll be like, hey, listen, this was cool. I got to go back and I'll give him his props or whatever.
Now, is he trying to get into this season? Is he trying to get into this upcoming season? Is that what he's trying for, or is he just gearing up? Because he's 29. He just turned 29 in January.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't do this season, he'll be 30 years old. So he'll have a 6-7 year run. He can get a pension from the NFL. I believe you have to have 5 years in the NFL to get a pension.
Yeah.
So he'll be close to getting a pension. So he'll set himself up for the. I mean, here's the reality, Chad B. This is the world we live in nowadays, where unfortunately it's in all different aspects of life and different roles and whatnot. I talked about yesterday where. And I think I was talking to either Autumn or Double A, but I think it was on the Spiral a few days ago then, I guess. All my weeks blend together. Hey, Moonbash is Saturday, if you were wondering. But
a lot going on.
Yeah, absolutely. But what I will say is, we were talking about it, and I told Autumn, even to the point where it's you got TikTok reporters out there, people that think they are reporters because they can pull their phone out and do, TikTok. We've talked extensively on Main Event about how it's not even necessarily, it's just not reporting. People go to journalism school, they get these degrees. Even if you don't get a degree per se, you can go to these different broadcasting schools and learn how to do journalism, pick, people's brains that have done this, excuse my language, but done this shit for a long time. And it's
And you can tell the difference because the TikTok reporters, can I fit them in there? The TikTok reporters, they leave out context, right? Hey guys, you won't believe it. I'm like, what did I just watch? What was that? There's a video of something that's 3 different clips sewn together that doesn't even pertain to what they're yelling at me about. That's not report. That's not journalism. I'm sorry. Anybody you can do it. That's fine. I mean, if that's your path, do it. I mean, I don't care. Maybe you get better at it or whatever. I'm not great, but I'm just saying that's not journalism. When you're coming on and yelling at me in a 30-second video, and I'm like, the hell did I just watch? What was that even about? It's a clip and then it's reversed and then it's the same clip again. I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah, that's sorry. You got me. I'm on one now, man.
No, you are.
No,
you are up close and personal too, buddy. Hey, you're doing your thing. But no, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, but the only reason I can say I can understand, I don't understand his reasoning, but I can understand to a degree why he thinks like that is just because him and Logan, his brother, have walked into everything they've wanted to do and have done it. They did YouTube. They became YouTube stars. That's where all the prominent success became. Logan goes to WWE. Jake Paul has made appearances in WWE. Jake's done the boxing. Jake's done the boxing promotion now. So I think
these things are scripted, though. All these things are scripted. You can't walk into the NFL and tell the Houston Texans, hey, so listen, when I run this horribly shitty route over the middle and this ball somehow finds its way into my arms, please don't kill me. Because
you say that, and I hate to play devil's advocate, but we talk about that. But Brendan Sorsby just had a whole month to spend on here on this network and across media outlets. So and that's not a good thing to bring up, Chad. But that's the reality of where the sports world could head in with it, continue to go with these influencers and whatnot. We already have a gambling issue across all professional sports leagues for the most part. I mean, I don't think anything's come out in hockey yet. But we've seen some in basketball with Cherry Rozier, Damon Jones, those guys, Chauncey Billups. We've seen it in the NCAA level, so not necessarily the NFL level, but we have to the NFL level, Calvin Ridley. And we saw it with Ridley, and then, of course, we saw the NCAA level with Brendan Sorsby. So we have seen it there. And baseball, we've talked about it, off air and on air, the Shohei Ohtani betting situation, where it was his translator, his interpreter, that is the one that is the bettor, essentially. So we've seen that already. So all I'm saying is, who knows? And I hate to be that guy, but who knows, man? We're already in the murky waters, and I understand your feeling about, some of these fights do feel scripted in terms of the boxing. I get it. Yes, the Mike Tyson stuff and all that other stuff, ridiculous. That's kind of, silly. But, I think some of these do have some... Yes. Yeah. You underdog. Hey, hold on. I got you. Hold on. I got something for you. Hold on. Watch this. Everybody stand by. Everybody just chill. Everybody just chill. You at home, just everybody calm down. Everybody just calm down. Everybody just calm down. I got to make sure this is really loud.
Nice job, Autumn.
Thank you. And then this is when Autumn caught the dog. I'm sure she heard this. Yes. Okay. Perfect. But all I'm saying is, we do. I will say, I guess that's my final point on it, because we're a little in the overrun, and that was because Autumn would not have been ready at 11. But it's okay. All I'll say is,
not her fault.
We're in a dangerous. Yeah, absolutely not. No, I'm glad
everything's
all get her
okay.
homework.
What's she
yeah, for real. Right. But what I will say is we could enter a real dangerous game if this does become reality. All jokes aside, this could be a real dangerous thing, because we've already talked about the integrity of boxing. I don't think it will be, Chad B. But then again, we also didn't think the president of the United States would be the president of the United States twice.
Yeah, it's wild. Stay out of the. Listen, stay out of the NFL. If you want to play out your football fantasies or whatever, go bring back pros versus Joes. Do something I'll watch that. I'll watch you go out there and go against a couple guys who played in the league last year or the year before or whatever, who aren't going to violate something in their contract by getting hurt doing that. But just stay out of the NFL. Don't do that. Don't come into professional sports where things aren't scripted. And I don't want to hear scripted. Shut up. Don't do that. It's not real.
Yeah.
It is.
What is real?
Sport is real. The script isn't real.
You know what is real?
Tell me. Oh,
this has been real. This has been a good time. It's been awesome. I ain't got the rent money though. All right, you ain't got it. Hold on. Let me check my pockets. It's been a few days since I've checked my pockets. Let me check real quick. Hold on.
Turn a couch upside down.
Hold on.
I'm afraid to touch anything. Everything stopped working in my studio. I'm afraid.
Got a business card. Got a
earbud.
Business card. I got a old debit card. Okay, we don't got the rent. Okay, that's it.
That's it. Resume or
you something. Stay right there. Everybody at home, stay right there. Autumn Chisholm is ready, and you'll hear from her and Chad Bryan on the Daily Spiral. A lot to get into. Very excited show. Cannot wait to hear. I'll be behind the scenes, maybe drinking a Dr. Pepper. And if Dr. Pepper, if you're listening, sponsor us already. Damn it. All right. Daily Spiral coming up right here after station identification. This has been Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network with Chad Bryan, Eli Moon. Autumn Chisholm coming up next.
Chad, I've had a night.
I feel it. I've had a day. This is gonna be fun then.
I've had a night. For those who don't know, I had to send a text message and tell everyone, hey, give me a second. I have to catch my dog. Because when I'm on air, he's usually with my mom, but she's a little busy right now. So I had to put him in his little crate, and he would not let me catch him. It took me so long to catch him, and even then I had to like scoop him like that from the back just to get him to calm down. Whew. And then on my computer, oh my God, I'm trying to get into my computer. My computer won't let me in. It's just, I was like, you know what?
I had the same thing. I came in here. I had worked on my PC earlier, and everything was fine. I don't know. I don't remember what I was doing. I did the rundown. I did the rundown for the show. Then I came up here before the show to get in the studio. I'm like, I'll start preparing, reading my last notes or whatever. And I came in here and had all these error messages all over my screen, and it said it said the USB device has malfunctioned or whatever. And I'm like, but which USB device? Which is fine if it's one thing. I thought it was my Stream Deck, but I found out that it's this. I have a USB port with like 10, I don't know, whatever, 10 outlets, and everything is plugged into it, right? Like my camera, which is why I'm on a backup camera, which is why I'm like at the little kids table and way up close today. So I'm on my backup camera because I can't zoom out. So now it's just it's whatever. It's my face. I nothing works. My lights are okay somehow. I thought they were plugged into it. I don't know. I got a situation. I got to swap this thing out now. It's really annoying. Yeah, I'm having computer issues too. I logged in the studio and my screen was just black. And Eli was like, "Oh no." I'm like, "Yeah, this is where I'm at tonight, man. Like audio only, but here I am." Whatever.
Yeah, it's just been a day. It's been a day for all of us. But Chad, let's get into tonight. So where you want to start? You want to start with the fratification of sports commentary? Do you want me to explain Welcome to Plathville, or do you want me to tell you how I'm back in with the MCU? Which one?
Oh, all right. I don't know where to start. Let's do the first one. Let's talk about sports commentary. Let's do that.
Yes. Okay. So let's talk about the fratification. Okay. So do you know what I'm talking about when it comes to that?
I think so.
Some people call it like the barstool effect. I think it's the frat boy effect.
Yeah.
Essentially, all these frat boys have come into sports commentary, and now we have not serious sports commentary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is on the heels of whatever ESPN decided to do this week by firing Ryan Clark, one of their best commentators, by giving Pat McAfee $60 million. Then today, reports came out that they're giving Taylor Lewan and Will Compton a college football show. We also know that they have, of course, in the past have tried to get Barstool content on ESPN. They famously had PFT for like 2 episodes, and then they just were like, yeah, no, this is not what we signed up for. I just want to understand, why are we going down this road?
I truly don't know. And it's like we're giving money to people who have, you could say, interesting pasts, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to get into any of that. I think you know, and I know what we're talking about. You can certainly Google some of the people that we're talking about right now, and you could probably find what we're talking about. I don't want to get into that, but I don't know. I'm not really sure. I feel like some shows can be a little bit of fun, right? Like I don't mind like 5 to 7, maybe 10 minutes of Pat McAfee like standing at the desk and all day, whatever. That's fine. I mean, it's okay. It's different. It's an approach. It's a way to go about it. But
I didn't expect you to do that.
No, I didn't expect me to do that either. It's been a whole day. I think he's all right on College Game Day. I think the dynamic between like he and Coach Saban is kind of cool sometimes, right? But then like sometimes he just like he doesn't know when. Like sometimes it's okay to just shut up, right? And I certainly could probably follow my own advice too. But he's just always like sometimes the loudmouth is funny. Sometimes when you say the thing and you're not supposed to say it at that time or whatever, that's pretty funny. But then when you keep droning on that bit, right, over and over, and Pat McAfee does an okay job of like he's prepared. I mean, he never like doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't ever look like he doesn't know what he's talking about, right? He does okay. It's just a lot, man. It's just the whole. I don't know. Like you said, it's like a frat party, and that was cool when I was 18, 19, 20 years old or whatever. But I don't know. It's a lot.
It is. The funny part is I actually randomly, okay, so this is how I used to consume sports commentary, okay? Mm-hmm. I used to be a deep follower of these like Barstool types. I've never been a Barstool fan. I've never been a Dave Portnoy fan. No. I've always thought he was a little weird. I thought he was a little out there. I think he's still out there. I think he's just, to me, he's not a great person, right?
No.
But I used to follow like this one site called Busted Coverage.
Yeah.
And it was a crazy site. I learned a lot that I shouldn't have on that site at a very young age. But to me, it was like the edgier side. It was like them, and then this other site called Therese Owens. Like those two sites to me,
I remember that. Yeah.
like were just like they were pushing the envelope, but they weren't doing it like how Barstool does it in a very not fun way.
Yeah.
And I remember on Busted Coverage, I think it was right after Peyton Manning won his second Super Bowl. They had a clip, and it was like Indiana Colts punter does stand up, and I'm like, huh? That's how I learned about Pat McAfee, because I don't know if people know this. Pat McAfee literally used to do stand up. Like in the off season, he used to do stand up comedy. He was actually very good at it. I don't understand why he like decided to stop doing it, but he was very, very good at it. So
well, he probably wasn't getting $65 million to do stand up, I would guess.
Yeah.
But that may be what it is.
Yeah, and even he used to be with Barstool. He went with Barstool, then he went with DAZN Sports, and now he's with ESPN. And I'm like, I used to watch his show. I used to be like a faithful watcher, and I was like, I liked his perspective because he was a player that nobody really cared about.
Yeah. He had some funny highlights of like, you know, hitting people or whatever but that's it. Yeah.
And he would give like funny anecdotes like that. The story he used to tell about Troy Polamalu, how he was like, oh, I'm going to throw a touchdown in the game. And then Troy Polamalu winds up in the slot. The one game that I could do it. So it slowly became from that to now, whatever I feel like his show is just slop. I feel like it's just regurgitated slop. That's just like, oh, like, I can't even like consume it. And then of course the Aaron Rodgers of it all. I really don't care for the Aaron Rodgers of it all. Yeah. And that's hard for me to say, because a couple years ago I was like, you know what, this guy Aaron Rodgers is different. Yeah, no. Pre-COVID Aaron Rodgers would be so disappointed in post-COVID Aaron Rodgers. He really would. And then the other part. Okay, Will Compton and Taylor Lewan. Mm-hmm. This is not an Ohio State bias, but I do not like Taylor Lewan.
Well, no. He's a terrible player. Like he's the guy with the pat. That's what I'm talking about. He's done some terrible things. I don't think that when you've done something like that, I get it. Some people deserve a second chance or whatever, but I don't think it's a good idea to put him in front. You're forcing him out. It's a bad look. It's a really bad look. I'm just gonna say it. And again, not an Ohio State bias. There are plenty of Ohio State players that I do not think should be talking in sports media. It has nothing to do with Michigan. It's just the person himself. That's it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it's like, I'm going to say something. It's the mediocre white man effect, okay?
Yeah.
There are mediocre white men that are just constantly getting these advantages, and it's like, I would much rather hear from a Ryan Clark or a Mina Kimes or Dominique Foxworth or even a Bomani Jones. I used to unfortunately say Stephen A. Smith, but he's kind of like, he's gone way off the deep end.
Yeah.
Like ESPN over the years has had this like really deep talent, and now they're just putting out this like regurgitated frat boy content, and it's like, I don't even want to watch it. I don't even want to watch this.
Yeah, I blame doom scrolling on for this. It's you get your information now 30 seconds to a minute at a time, and it doesn't have to be professional, and it doesn't have to be well put together. It just has to be in front of you. And I think it's like, well, ESPN's like, well, hey, I mean, if we can bring all the TikTok people over and they'll sit here for an hour and watch Pat McAfee stand up and, I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to do it again, but it's pretty uncomfortable, to be honest with you. But if that's what it's going to take, people are going to come and watch this, and then we can put out all the short form clips, and they're going to get 1 million views a piece. Let's give all this guy the money. Nobody cares. And I don't mean that. I don't agree with this, but nobody cares about Carl Ravitch doing a deep dive on, the team from Roanoke, whatever, in the Little League World Series, how they had to, sell baked goods to get there, whatever. Like, and that's what Carl Ravitch was so good at, like the finding the human side of all these stories, Little League World Series, whatever he covered, and yeah, I think we're losing that a little bit for, like you said, just the surface stuff, just the yelling and screaming at the camera, and the antics and whatever, a new T-shirt or something. Whatever. It's just, it's kind of annoying a little bit to me. I'll be honest with you. It's tough.
It's the clip farming.
Yeah.
You know what clip farming is? Like, how when you're online and like you'll be on Twitter and then it'll automatically jump to another video, and you're like, why did it jump to another video? And the video is something ridiculous.
Yeah.
Or arguing in the comments. That's what they want. They want the clip farming of like, let's just clip this, put it out there. A bunch of people can take this content, regurgitate it, a bunch of bot sites, and that's where all of this like vitriol and hate comes from, especially in like the space that ESPN is operating in.
It lends credibility to the dead internet theory. It's all artificial, interaction. It's terrible.
It really is. And it really, honestly, I know where it started to go wrong. I really do know where it started to go wrong. The day they decided to stop doing ESPN the magazine is when it went wrong. When they stopped doing ESPN the magazine is when ESPN just was like, you know what, let's just go full tilt on this side of just terribleness.
Yeah.
I love ESPN the magazine.
Yeah, it was good. It was good content. It was the long form stuff. It was the deep dives. It was journalism,
The 30s.
Yeah. This is not journalism anymore. This is yelling about whatever topic is trending on TikTok and Twitter for an hour, and then short form clipping all that stuff and putting it out there so it can trend on TikTok and Twitter for another 24 hours until something else comes up, and then you can do the same thing tomorrow. And I'm not saying that there's not some talent there in one way or another. I mean, I get it. You got to be good at standing and yelling or whatever. But like I said, College Game Day, I find him somewhat entertaining on College Game Day, but I cannot watch the Pat McAfee show. And I'm sorry. I just can't.
No, I understand. I also can't watch it. Like I said, I used to be when he first started doing the show, when he first retired from the NFL. It was a very good show. It was an insight into what the people didn't know. Now it's just become corporate slop.
Yeah. And why is AJ Hawk on that show? AJ Hawk spends a lot of time just going.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. He didn't play for the Colts. He played for Ohio State. Pat McAfee literally played for West Virginia. And I'm like.
I like AJ Hawk as a player. I mean, he was a great player. I just don't really understand what he's doing on that show. I just don't understand. I
think he's supposed to be the straight man, but even then, it's like, okay, like, what's going on? What's going on?
I don't know. I have no idea. But I agree with you.
When we come back, Chad, I'm going to explain to you the phenomenon that is Welcome to Plathville.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of it?
I mean, I've heard of those. I've heard those words. Yes, I've heard those words.
I'm going to explain the phenomenon that is Welcome to Plathville. Okay. Later on, we're going to talk about my descent back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay.
But we're going to go to a quick break here. And you're watching us here on InsideEdge Network. We'll be back.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order W Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. W Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at sportsmemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to sportsmemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. Sportsmemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. So, guys, awesome show today on Unfiltered. Got into a lot, including the situation over in Put-in-Bay. Any updates, of course, we'll have them for you over on our Twitter. Just search Unfiltered216 or our Facebook page, Unfiltered with Kyle Cornell. It's tragic that happened over in Put-in-Bay in the overnight hours going into today. Also talked about this new group. I shouldn't say new, they've been around for a few years, but People's Budget Cleveland. Great conversation with Jake Underwood about that, too. Make sure you guys check that out tomorrow. Will he, won't he? The LeBron Watch continues, and our unveiling of the meme of the week. You guys submitted. We have the top 3. That tomorrow right here, Unfiltered, 5 p.m., all along the Inside Edge Network. I will see you at 5.
Welcome back. I'm talking about a lot of interests. This is one of them. This is one of my go-to questions. I've never heard of a show called Welcome to Plathville.
I mean, I've heard the words. I'm sorry. I've heard the words. That's the best I got. That's pretty good, though. That's pretty good McAfee. That's
actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
How he usually
like 15 million, right? That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Double A after the show. That's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, no,
I have not watched it, though. I have not seen it.
Okay. So, first of all, it's a show on TLC.
Okay. All right.
It's been on now for 8 seasons.
Okay.
And it takes place in a place called Cairo, Georgia. And there's a big family called the Plaths, right? I think they have like 12 or 13 kids. They have a lot of kids, right? And their biggest thing is that they have never done things that a normal society would do.
Okay.
So they don't celebrate holidays. They don't celebrate birthdays. They don't drink pop. They don't watch TV. They don't go to the movies. And all of a sudden, they've now decided to integrate into society a little bit.
So they're feral or what?
No, they seem like people. They just were super religious, right? Right.
Okay.
So the first season is all about like introducing them. The mom and the dad, Kim and Barry, are kind of weird. And we learn that Kim and Barry are not all the way there. Just they're not all the way there.
Okay.
The oldest son, his name is Ethan. He got married, and his wife is sort of trying to integrate him into a part of society. So on camera, she like records him trying a Coca-Cola for the first time. Because that's how deep it is, right?
Okay.
And then it's after him, there's a brother named Micah. There's he has multiple sisters. One of them is named Hosanna.
Okay.
The other one is named, there's Hosanna, Mariah, and Lydia. And then it's Ethan, Micah, and I think Jed. I think so. I don't know. These
You gotta have a Jed. If you're gonna be like you gotta have a Jed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, the show's been on for 8 seasons, been on for 8 years, right?
Okay.
The most insane thing is that these people keep moving around the country. From Georgia, they've all lived in Florida at one point, Minnesota, Montana, California. The sister Mariah, one day we all randomly just were like, why is she wearing wigs? Come to find out she had alopecia. Nobody knew. Just randomly just started wearing wigs. But everything that this family does is insane.
Okay.
Do you want to know the most insane thing that happened?
What is it? Just holding my random Pat McAfee thing.
So their sister Lydia, she got married last season, not this season, last season, right?
Okay. All right.
She meets a guy. His name is, she's the third oldest.
Okay. All right.
And she meets a guy. His name is Zach. Yeah, his name is Zach. And none of them knew him. And then all of a sudden, they meet him the day they get engaged.
Okay.
They then proceed to ask him if he was gay.
Okay.
They then proceed to ruin their sister's wedding because they all get into a physical fight so bad that one of them eventually will need a nose job.
That's pretty bad. All right. Okay.
And then when they're confronted about it, this past season, literally, they're like, well, we didn't know him that well. So what were we supposed to do? Huh? The mom left the dad at one point. Oh, they're divorced now. She leaves the dad and she goes and lives on a houseboat with her boyfriend.
Okay.
Again, and she makes it seem like, oh, I've lived this whole life where I haven't done anything, where I've been, come to find out she was normal. She was normal, and then she got sucked into a religion, and then this religion told her to do all of this stuff, right? Essentially, they were in a cult. The dad's super weird. He always has like a weird smile on. He literally is like the creepiest person, like bar none.
Yeah, I'm looking at the family here. They kind of look. It's almost reminiscent of like the Malfoys. Like they kind of look like they could be like related to the Malfoys.
Mm-hmm. All blonde.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Okay, all right,
Mm-hmm.
all right, okay.
The brother is named Jed. I just remembered it.
Okay. Wait, what was the thing you said? There's a plane took off right when you. What did you said something? What happened?
The brother's name isn't Jed. It's Isaac.
Oh, it's not Jed. But it's the very close Isaac. Okay, I can see where those two sound basically the same.
I was like, I knew it was a weird name, but I couldn't think of what it was.
I was like, what happened? I thought you were like, it's not Jed, it's something happened. And I was like, well, wait. It looked like she said 2 syllables. Okay. So Isaac. All right.
He's even crazy. He broke up with his girlfriend, and then
because she thought his name was Jed until he was like, that's not my. What do you? Yeah.
He said she was moving too fast, and she was like, "Huh?" He was like, "I broke up with you because we were moving too fast," and she was like, "I didn't think we were moving that fast, but okay."
The front seat of the car with you, but okay, all right, whatever. All right.
When I tell you, this show sometimes will have me just looking at them and being like, you know what? I say sometimes my life is like crazy. My life isn't crazy. I'm pretty normal. These people are out there.
So this is like Little House on the Prairie meets what?
It's like if you put the Duggars in random Georgia and then we're like, hey, everything you've ever been taught, just rebel against it. Against it, right?
Duggars and Bankhead. I love it. All right.
Essentially. Yeah, essentially.
Okay.
Like, wait, you know who the Duggars are?
I do.
Okay, because I was gonna do a deep dive on them on one episode, but no, we don't need to do a deep dive on them.
We're all good. I think we're all good on that. We're
No.
We're okay.
Yeah, just imagine the Duggar family in Georgia, and all the girls just go off the deep end, and they just start doing crazy stuff.
All right.
Like again, the sister. So the sister.
It's like the opposite of real life because all the guys in the Duggar family do all the crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So like Lydia, she also saved her first kiss for the altar, first time after she got married, and they all were like, "What? What are you talking about?" Now, mind you, Ethan was married and has been getting divorced for 4 years and won't divorce his wife, even though she has tried to divorce him for 4 years.
Ouch. That's tough. How does Jed Isaac feel about this?
He's just there. He's just there. He's the one that's there.
We don't even know his name. He's just he's
there.
He's fine.
But Mariah, she's crazy. She has lied on every single one of her brother's girlfriends.
Oh no.
Ethan's former wife, she's claimed that she was stealing, but she was like, I didn't steal from you. She was like, but I put out this song and we put your information down for you to get the royalties, and you got all the royalties. And she's like, yeah, and I sent them to you because you didn't have a bank account, because you don't know how to open a bank account.
Oh my. Please tell me there's an episode where they all do dating profiles.
The dad does. The dad goes, yeah, Barry, he I think it was just this past season. He gets set up with a matchmaker. Like he goes to a professional matchmaker and he goes on a bunch of dates.
Okay. All right.
Like the mom, Kim, she is out there. Like when I say out there to where you're like, whoa, lady, you should not have had kids.
All right. Okay.
At all. Like living on a houseboat. You have more kids, like because they have a ton of kids, and she moved all her kids to a damn houseboat.
That's okay. That's something.
It's stupid television, but I can't stop watching it because I'm like, it's like one of those TV shows you put on to pass the time, and then you'll hear something and you'll be like, did I just hear that? Did I just hear you say you left your girlfriend at your grandparents' house because you were mad that you couldn't move back to Georgia? Huh?
Oh no.
And then
it can't be that bad. I mean, if it's gone on for 8 seasons, somebody's watching it. It can't be that bad, right?
Yeah, and then you'll be doing something else, and then you'll be like, "What do you mean the girlfriend made up that the other girlfriend had an OnlyFans and she only did it because she hated the family so much? What are you talking about?" Like that's how crazy the show is.
That's how I react when I hear your lore drops. When I'm not on the show and I'm like, wait a minute, did she just say 3 years between? Okay, all right, I'll hear it out. I'll let it play out. All right.
I'm so embarrassed about that one. That one is again. We said we were going to talk about. Okay, let's briefly hit on my decision making. Okay, I know I have bad decision making, you guys. All right. There's no new lore drop. There's not going to be one for a while. Okay. But we did talk about how I have terrible decision making skills last night. Yeah. And I know that I do. Okay.
You live and learn. As long as if you're learning from all these bad decisions, Autumn, that's really all that matters. That's okay. You're gonna make some bad decisions, right? You're gonna do the wrong thing sometimes, or every time, whatever.
Yeah. The wrong thing could be, continuously getting revenge on a man that ghosted me 10 years ago. He didn't want the hook. Or it could be, just me like moving on.
Yeah.
But at least I'm not as crazy as the Plass.
I'll give you that.
Who, I promise you, this is a real thing that they did. I promise you, this is a real thing. They recently took a vacation together to Montana. No, not this. No.
Okay.
The mom had all of her friends and her kids roast her on purpose.
I mean, that's cool if you're Tom Brady or like Kevin Hart or something, but I don't know if that's what you want to do as a family who's not really integrated into like normal society. That's a big step. I think that's maybe a little too far. That's a little too far.
Yep.
Okay.
All yep. Right. Again, a family who up until and then today's on the one I was watching today, the third oldest daughter, Lydia, was like, "Yeah, we didn't celebrate Christmas, huh?" She was like, "Yeah, I never had a Christmas. It's my first Christmas."
Are they You said they're very religious. Does it say what religion they are at all?
No, it never explains. But I'm like the most religious people I know love Christmas. Christmas is their jam. It is when I say they go.
Well, I grew up in school with a couple of people who were Jehovah's Witnesses, and they didn't sell it. You know, they would sometimes leave the room when we did certain things. They would just sit back in the corner, and they didn't necessarily look like super happy or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how that goes, but yeah.
Well, they didn't. So this is the thing. They didn't go to normal school. They were all homeschooled. That's even worse. That's why it's even worse, because they're not even, like, when I say not integrated into society, not integrated into society whatsoever.
Gotcha. Okay. Some awkward anatomy and biology lessons probably going on there.
That's why all of them, one of them is literally in the middle of the divorce. Another one has been in a toxic relationship with several older men. Another one's ex-girlfriend constantly played. She was funny. Constantly played. Another one is in the middle of both a breakup and divorce. Insane. Insane show.
It sounds like the 2026 dating scene a little bit, though.
A little bit.
All right.
When we come back, we will talk about my return to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I will give you a review on Daredevil Born Again. Because I finished it yesterday and I need to talk about it because I'm back. I'm back on the wagon. We'll talk about some upcoming releases. We'll talk about some things. I'll give you my good spiral and my bad spiral. But we'll be back here in just a few after these messages.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Man, we are so excited. It is almost the weekend. It's almost time for Moon Bash, which we'll have here on our network Saturday at 1 o'clock here on the Inside Edge Network. But before then, we have Midnight Run coming up later on tonight. Last night, people been on my case. Because I said I'd rather have James Harden on the Cavaliers than Kyrie Irving. I'm not talking about talent. I'm talking about availability. I'm talking about the fact that Kyrie Irving has not participated, has not played in 60 games or more since 2019, except for one time. One season has he played in 60 games or more since 2019. You trust he's going to be available coming off of torn ACLs? Hey, LeBron wants Kyrie on this team. Come on now. He's going to spend more time at the Cleveland Clinic than he would with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So I don't know if that's a good idea. We're going to hear from other towns' perspectives as we go around the dial. Are other cities sick of waiting on LeBron, or they're sitting back kicking their feet? We'll get perspective on that. Plus, do you need this quarterback battle between Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson to drag all the way to week 1, or would you rather have a decision made pretty quickly? How about after the first preseason game? We'll talk about that and a lot more. I'm sure we got news. Oh, we got a pound cake with wings. We're going to show that to you coming up tonight. Midnight Run, tonight at midnight, right here on the Inside Edge Network.
Oh my God, wait. Oh my God.
I personally like that because he went Olin Mills at the end. He was like,
He just stopped and went, like, you can clearly tell.
Hey, real quick, I'm just gonna chime in. I have no thoughts on what you're about to talk about. I will just say, get off his back a little bit, guys. He's tired.
people have been on his case. He said he wanted get off Double A's case.
It was first of all, the way it started, funny. It just was.
No, he was making sure it started on. No, he was
I know, but I didn't expect that. I was like, is this broken?
In fairness, because people obviously don't see what we see behind the scenes, but I clicked. Here I am. I clicked the buttons while I'm behind the scenes. I hit the button, and Autumn leaned in because she didn't hear anything. And her face just started laughing. And then Chad was over there, and Chad was confused. And then Chad stood up and started yelling, and it just got really crazy. But look, back to you guys. All I'm saying is he's tired, man. Okay, he's running at midnight every single night. The guy is trying to get some sleep. Okay, maybe Double A should be in the Marvel universe. Maybe he should be like Dr. Sleepy or something. Back to you guys.
I don't even know what happened. It was the way it started. I'm like, why did it freeze on his face?
Well, what's funny is, okay, so when Eli first presented it, I saw him bring it up, and it was on the bottom. You can see everything in the studio here. Yeah. If there's a video that's presented, we can see on the bottom. You can't see that, but we can see it. And so the promo comes up, and I was like, "Oh, Double A's in," and he was like,
That's what it was like.
And I was like, "Why is he sitting like? Is he disappointed in me? Like what?" I'm like, "Oh, that's the promo. That's not even Double A. Okay, I'm good now. I'm good. I'm all right."
Oh my God, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen. Because then you can clearly tell he didn't cut the last part, and he was trying to end the stream.
Yeah, it was the Olin Mills photo studio at the end. I like that. He was like,
okay, I'm okay now. I'm okay now. First of all, let me just tell y'all what he's talking about. Atlanta just decided to randomly create something called the lemon pepper pound cake.
Does it fly? He said it had wings.
So they're famous for, like, specifically Atlanta, different parts of Atlanta are famous for lemon pepper flavor wings, right?
Okay, all right.
And I don't know why somebody decided to create lemon pepper wings on a pound cake.
I blame the Platts. I mean, they're already doing too much, right?
Oh my God. Okay.
Gotta be them.
Let me get back to what I was going to talk about. Oh my God. Whew, I've been in tears all day. This has been the funniest day for me. Something happened at work that was this funny.
Oh no.
Ooh, I can't. Oh my God. Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I was in a meeting. Somebody was dead silent. Farted so loud.
Oh no. I swear to you, Autumn, I am not kidding. I'm immature. I'm 47 going on 14. I was just going to ask you, I was going to say, was it a fart?
It was so loud, and my boss just goes, "Ooh, does somebody's tummy hurt?" And the person who farted didn't say excuse me, nothing, just kept it moving. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? No, it gets worse because I'm in the middle of this meeting, and the person who's sitting next to me is losing it. The person across from me is losing it, and I'm trying so hard, but I couldn't help it. I just was laughing the entire rest of the meeting because it was so loud. And then she said, "Oh, it sounds like your tummy."
Oh my God. I used to work in an office setting, Autumn, and there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of people talking, a lot of noise. And my one buddy, okay, so he's sitting back there and I hear him or whatever, and he sneezes once or whatever, and when some time goes by or whatever, maybe like 5 minutes goes by, and I hear him go, oh, right in the corner, and he sneezes, and right at the end of the sneeze, there is like this unmistakable sound, right? And I'm like, that was him. That was him. So I called his extension. I was like, "Hey, you all right, man?" He's like, "Yeah, wow." Like, you smarted. He was like, "I did what?" You smarted. Are you okay, man? Do you need to run to the bathroom? He's like, I did. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure it was you. If not, it was perfect timing, man. Someone timed up their fart with your sneeze, and it was perfect. I mean, it was awesome. I'm a big fan of fart.
It was dead silent. It was like, what?
They were like, no. There it goes.
It was so loud. And then my boss didn't make enough better. I say
someone's tummy hurt. I almost threw up.
And I swear, I just couldn't keep it together for the rest of the meeting. I was like, this. I had to keep my head down the entire rest of the time. I couldn't look at nobody because I was like, this is so bad.
Like, I would rather them just think that I'm asleep.
And like what's even worse is that because there was like less than 10 of us in this meeting, we knew who it was. Because he tried to cover it up with a cough, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh no.
Oh my God. And so the double A doing that, I was like, this has just been the funniest day. This has just been a hilarious day.
It's been a wild one. I will give you that. It's been a crazy day. I'll give you that.
Okay.
What were we were going to talk about something.
We're going to talk about the fact that I finished Marvel's Daredevil Born Again.
That's right.
Season 2, okay?
Yes.
So, okay, Chad, have you ever watched Daredevil?
I feel like I've seen the first Daredevil. I don't know that I ever saw the second one, though.
Okay.
There was a time we went through the whole run of Marvel movies, and I don't remember where we left off, but we obviously left off somewhere, but I'm pretty up to date, so I feel like I would have seen it, though. I
gotta give you a little bit of backstory. So Daredevil, so Marvel, I'm gonna just condense it. Marvel went broke in the 90s.
Okay.
So they couldn't create their own TV studio or film studio.
Gotcha.
So they just had to siphon off all these characters to different studios. One of those characters was Daredevil Fox made the terrible Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck, right?
Yeah.
Years later, they got the rights back because Fox didn't want to do anything with Daredevil. So then Marvel was like, hey, we still need some partnerships with other studios. So their TV studio was completely separated from their movie studio.
Okay.
TV studio was like, hey, let's go to, they had shows on ABC, Hulu, and Netflix. And so Netflix was their edgier, more R-rated content that they could cuss, they could show a little bit more, they could do a little bit more. And so one of the shows they had on there was Daredevil.
Okay.
It ran for 4 seasons. All 4 seasons to me, immaculate, great television. Okay.
Right.
Had me on the edge of my seat. There's a scene in the first season where it is a one-shot fight hallway scene where there are no cuts.
Really? Okay, that's impressive. Okay, that's cool.
So then Marvel Television gets folded back into Marvel Studios, so they cancel all the Netflix shows. Heartbroken.
Yeah.
Then Disney Plus comes along, and the conversation happens of like, are you going to bring back Daredevil or any of the street level heroes because we really like them? And Marvel was like, maybe we will, maybe we won't. They bring Daredevil back in Spider-Man. What was the one before this one?
I lose track, to be honest with you.
It's not Far From Home. It's what the hell is this one?
No Way Home?
Yes, No Way Home.
Yeah.
Yes. They bring him back for a cameo in No Way Home and essentially say, hey, he's back in the MCU.
Okay.
Then they give him a TV show and they call it Daredevil Born Again, right? Now, mind you, I have watched every single thing that Marvel has put out.
Okay.
Ever since they became Marvel Studios.
Okay.
I had to take a break. Because it just got to the point where it was like some of the stuff was just so good. Some of it was like, eh. Yeah. None of it has been bad. I will say this. Everybody keeps saying this. Everything is bad. None of it has been horrendous, okay? Because I did watch Flashpoint in theaters, and that to me is an offense to everyone who watches movies, all right?
All right.
Flashpoint Paradox that DC put out is an offense to anyone who has ever sat down and watched a comic book movie. Okay.
Some of the runs they took at Superman were pretty bad too. Like all the different Superman movies. There were a couple that were okay.
It was so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna calm down because I could do a whole show on why that whole thing didn't work out. But had to take a break from it after the Thunderbolts last year. And I think Marvel themselves took a bit of a break, right? So they put out Wonder Man earlier this year. That's going to be my next watch. Okay. And then they, right after Wonder Man, they announced Daredevil Born Again Season 2. Now, I watched Season 1. Season 1 was very good. Okay. It kind of picked up right where the Netflix show left off of, and it was just really, really good. So I because there's no more Love Island for another month. I'm like, I needed something to watch, so I watched.
You got all of your social media feed. You got all the built-in.
Look, I told y'all the off season of Love Island, it goes crazy sometimes, but it's just been boring, and I've just been like, I need to watch something. Right. So I picked up Daredevil again, watched it in 3 days, and I'm like, all right, I'm back. I'm back. I'm excited.
Okay. My son is really excited for the new Spider-Man movie that he can't watch. He's not old enough yet. It's a little too intense for him, man. He struggles with intense scenes of I don't know. I sound like a movie critic, Peril or whatever. But yeah, he struggles with that. He's the good and evil, whatever. When things go bad in the movie, he's like, I don't like this movie. I don't know why. He gets up and runs away. So a little too young.
Was probably traumatizing for him then.
Well, I don't think we haven't forayed into that. What's funny is we've watched all the animated ones though. Even the ones that are a little bit, I mean, they're probably a little bit older. I can't remember what the show was that came out. It was on Disney, I think. It was on Disney Plus.
The Spider-Man TV show?
Yeah, the new animated one. It was really good.
Oh, yeah, the one that they just put out last year. It's called Brand New Day.
Yeah, Brand New Day. It was really good. And he liked that. It's like he can deal with that in an animated form, in some movies. Like Spider-Man stuff, he's okay, but we watched what did we watch? He watched I want to say it was Hoppers or something. And there was like a scene where something went kind of bad and he did not take it well. And I was like, buddy, it's gonna work out, man. Like, just give it a chance. You know what I mean? Like, come back. And then it got a little bit worse before it got better. So he didn't believe. He was like, you lied to me. You know what I mean? You said it was going to get better and it got worse. I'm like, well, it'll end up okay though. So yeah, he struggles with that a little bit. But for some reason with the animated Spider-Man stuff, he's okay. Like he's watched the the Spider-Verse. Oh, he's seen all those movies. He loves those. Those are fantastic.
And he struggled because as a grown adult, that last Spider-Verse movie had me wanting to literally punch the movie screen.
Yeah.
Especially when you get that off. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's okay with that.
But yeah, no, so I'm back in because I was like, okay, if they can make this, and so now all I have to watch is Wonder Man, which actually got nominated for an Emmy.
Okay.
X-Men 97 season 2. If you ever watched the X-Men TV show of the 90s, they essentially rebooted it a couple years ago. Fantastic television. And then there's a one shot of the Punisher. Now the Punisher is going to be in the new Spider-Man movie, so I'm very curious on how the version of the Punisher that's in the Spider-Man movie is the version of the Punisher that's in this one shot. Okay. But I'm just kind of excited because then I'm like thinking, because I like the behind the scenes because Tom Holland said that this is a part of the MCU, but it has no effect on what's going on in the MCU. Okay, so I'm like, all right, so then how does Doomsday come into play? Because like half these characters aren't in Doomsday, but like Doomsday is like it's supposed to be like a rewrite of the universe because we know Secret Wars is coming up. See, this is where my brain goes, right?
Right.
My brain just is like jump 3 steps ahead, even though I'm like, I just need to watch it. I wish I could be a casual viewer and be like, ooh, this is so great. But I'm like, no, how does this affect Steve Rogers? How did Steve Rogers even return? He was an old man last time we saw him.
Right. What's going to happen? Yeah, he was living life. He was happy, right? He went on and he moved on with his life. And
even then, I'm still confused about that. How did he turn old? He was 100 years old in the damn movies and he didn't age. And how did he just magically age in 30 seconds?
Well, I think he stopped taking his Captain America steroids or something. I don't know. I thought about that too. Like, why did they just suddenly stop? Like, why is he not this like physical? I guess he psychologically moved on and his body was like, oh, you know what? It's time. It's time. Let's age 40 years in 5 minutes. We're done. Let's go.
But even then it was like, okay, so then he went and lived in the past. Okay, so he went and lived in the past. All right. He was, look, everything about Captain America somehow like makes me mad, but also I'm like, I can't stop thinking about it because I fully 100% hate Captain America, the first Avenger, because there is a gigantic plot hole in the middle of the movie.
Okay.
Do you know what the plot hole is?
I'm not offhand. No, I can't think of what it would be.
So the plot hole is so towards the end of the movie, he's fighting the Red Skull, right? So when he's fighting the Red Skull, the Tesseract drops out of the plane because it literally burns through the plane.
Okay.
Drops into the ocean, right? Couple scenes later, like 20 minutes later, the Red Skull is like, no, okay. I got this now. I got it. This is the last one. I got it. Red Skull tries to pick up the Tesseract, goes into the Tesseract. Tesseract falls into the water. Steve realizes plane is going to go boom somewhere, so he needs to land it. So he decides to crash himself into the water, right?
Like you do.
Somehow, some way, they find the Tesseract, but Steve is not that far away, and they don't find him for 70 years.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. Maybe the currents, Autumn. I don't know.
No, it makes no sense because then when they find him, he's frozen, and I'm like, when they go and find the Tesseract, nothing is frozen.
Wasn't that cold?
It wasn't that cold. So then I'm like, okay, so that's why like that movie makes me mad because I'm like, it makes no sense. The ending makes no sense because in order for him to be like, he was literally right there. He was right there.
They got to a point with Captain America. They're like, what are we gonna do? We got We got to think of something quick, and it didn't make
That's
sense.
why him coming back and looking young, but then at the end of Endgame, he was old as hell. Makes no sense. And I'm like, this is why I like Captain America Winter Soldier is to me the perfect comic book movie just in general. But then everything else they've done with that, I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
We got to talk about where Deadpool fits into all this. We can't do it tonight. We're running out of time now. But I like, how does Deadpool got like that's he's got his own thing now. Which, by the way, Eli's telling me to keep talking about Deadpool for hours, so I'm going to go on. I'm pretty sure that's what that meant. I think that means just keep talking. No, we'll talk about it another time. We'll get into Deadpool another time, though. We'll do that.
All right, I'm gonna give you my good spiral and bad spiral before we bring Double A on. Good spiral. Stud Buds this weekend are doing a 72-hour live stream of the WNBA weekend.
Okay.
So far, so good. I've been cracking up at all the clips that have come out. They are already lit, and it's not even like 12 hours into the like live stream. Everybody's lit already.
Okay.
So that's my good spiral. Follow the Stud Buds all weekend. Bad spiral. Anything associated with Sophie Cunningham. I don't go down that rabbit hole. I don't like her. I don't think anyone should like her. She's really not a great person. She's not even a good basketball player. She scores 2 points a game with 2 rebounds.
No me bounds.
Yeah. So that's my good spiral and bad spiral. Double A. You want to come on real quick? I just want to understand. Like, it froze on your face, and then
Wait, what was that?
it froze on your face, and then you just went. It was.
I thought I edited it. I thought the promo was edited. Never
No,
mind.
it was not.
It was edited. It was the perfect Olin Mills photo studio ending. You were like,
You looked off, and you were clearly trying to hit end recording.
he was posing. That's a pose. What are you talking about?
So can we go? We'll go behind we'll break the fourth wall. Why is the end recording button all the way over there?
Why is everything all the way over
All the
there?
way over
Everything
there.
is all the way down there and up there. Come on,
When I
StreamYard.
tape these are as best as this could be. When I tape these at 2 a.m, they're as good as it could be. It's like, man, that's a damn good take.
You got to open a new link.
Yeah.
Oh my
Myself.
A lot of work to end the recording. It's wild.
Yeah, I clap for myself, and I'm like, yeah, InsideEdge Network, Midnight Run, covered up.
You got to set up a hot button or something. Let's set up. Aren't there hot buttons?
I'm thinking it's like, yeah, right. I'm thinking like
No,
right
what?
there.
No,
Wait a minute,
no.
wait.
What you saw was the look of a man that wanted to go to Gyro George's and was like, "Man, I got to get this promo done, so I go get some Gyro George." All right, like that's what it was.
When are we doing the Cleveland commercial version of? I don't care if it's what care. It doesn't matter whose show. We got to do all the Cleveland, the local commercials.
It was so funny because you just see you stop talking and you clearly are trying to find the end record.
Oh yeah, I have my 60 minutes face when I
You
do
see his
these
like
recordings.
mouth moving a little bit. It's like, motherfucker, man, motherfucker.
Coming up. So do you
Why I say
guys
that stupid
remember?
thing about the pound cake? Why did I say that?
Do you guys remember? I think Bill O'Reilly, the still to come. That whole bit, and then like we'll do it live. F it, like we'll do it live.
Oh my god,
F it, thing sucks.
RV commercial. Have you ever seen that guy?
That's hilarious.
That's one of the most amazing outtake videos I've ever seen in my life.
Dude, tonight has been upside down world. I just from earlier today. I mean, it was already crazy behind the scenes, to be honest with you. I cut the grass yesterday, so not that much craziness. And then I come in the studio, and Chad is just a blank screen. He is Chad Blank Brian. I've never seen it. And Autumn's chasing after her dog. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my
what the hell
goodness,
was you do-
some
what's
Scooby
your
Doo
dog?
shit
Is your
right
dog
there.
okay?
he's fine. Okay, so this is the thing is that I had to come in here and I looked at the time and was like, crap, I got to be on air soon, right? I had everything set up. I was like, I'm like, please, my mom just needs to watch him for an hour. but she was doing something else. And I was like, oh my God, I need to crate him for a little bit. And my dog, he now knows the signs of when I'm about to do it. So I had to chase him for 5 minutes. And he kept running. And this is the thing, I have to put up every barricade you can, and he still runs.
Hold on. Why am I picturing the chase going just like this if the dog gets in the shot? Get over here.
Can we get Autumn a GoPro?
You guys see the things that I have to do to get my dog to calm down. Hold up. Get him to calm down.
Crying. Double A. Stop. I'm crying.
He's going to get the dog.
That dog.
Oh my God. Go kick it. Don't kick it. PETA's waiting for you now.
That gift that Chad sent in the chat.
Yeah.
Lois, that's literally me and him. Every time he grabs something he's not supposed to. Every single time, me and him are literally. You guys don't understand.
Oh my God.
All the time. But that moment, I was like, I need to catch you.
Pete, if you're watching, Pete, we got to get Autumn a GoPro. We got to get first person view of these dog chases.
Yeah, the Autumn angle, and it's her just chasing the other dog. I mean, my final thought, and then I'm gonna hand it back to you, Autumn, so you can say farewell to the people for the evening. Is I just picture like the NFL Combine, like the 3-cone drill. That's what Autumn was trying to do.
That's what it looks like. Because then when I did catch him, he does this thing now where he kicks his feet. So he kicks his feet, so I can't pick him up. So I have to scoop him underneath, so he can't kick me. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but dog kicks, no matter how big they are, hurt.
Is this a dog or a martial artist? I just am confused.
Hold up, how big is this dog?
He's not big. He's 30 pounds. He comes to my ankles. Like, he's not very big, but he moves so fast that I'm like, please, like, just let me. So I finally caught him.
Like be Jake Paul in the NFL.
I finally caught him, and when I caught him, he just looked at me like, damn, I'm caught. I'm like, yeah, get in there.
Oh my God. Get it. And then he farted on the meeting, and then here we are.
At least he did a sneeze and fart at the same time.
Is a snort.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that whole farting in the meeting.
Man, it was dead silent, you guys. That's
that happened. I had a classmate. He did that in class one time. It was like 7th grade. He did that.
Did he switch schools the next day?
No, he lied at first. He said the girl next to him did it.
Dude, see if
it was the classic junior high crush that they had at the time. He says she did it. She was this close to smacking him, like this close. Should have happened, but this close. And yeah,
you got to at least there's rules to this. There's rules to this. You got to at least the first blame is a squeak. Like, hey, my shoes squeaked, and they're like, dude, you're on carpet. Like,
no, it was loud. It was loud.
That's what made it even funnier is that it was just so loud, and we all just kind of.
She said somebody's tummy hurts. Somebody's tummy hurts.
Ooh, is my God.
Tummy hurts, and that made me laugh even harder.
Oh my God.
Was like, oh my God! But then when she said that, I couldn't help it, and I was losing it the entire time.
Did she like? Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like, did she adjust?
Because she has a 1-year-old child, and that's how she talks to her son. And as soon as she said it, that's when I'm like, oh my God, this is so funny.
You know what's crazy? And look, I grew up with a bunch of like hillbillies because some of my family's from Tennessee. You know it's raunchy when they lift the leg up. Like when you lift the leg up and you let the fart go, that's when you know.
If you're in the right kind of chair too, you can get some distance on that thing. Chair, boom,
make it like an echo chamber.
Autumn and Chad, say goodnight.
Yeah, say goodnight. Say goodnight.
All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy Double A's midnight run.
And you heard it here first, folks. After this, we'll see Double A midnight run.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
Yeah, I was just thinking back to that 7th grade class. That was pretty loud. And now I'm thinking back, that kid adjusted his legs. It was clear that it was him, and tried to blame it on his love interest. Now, I wish I could tell you it had a happy ending in terms of love interest, but the girl transferred schools, so it never played out well. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network. We are on the Inside Edge Network. We are on the socials at Inside Edge Net, on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X/Twitter, and also on Twitch. And we have a Reddit page. I always forget we have a Reddit page, but we have a Reddit page. Also, we do have a website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com, InsideEdgeNetwork.com, and a Roku app. Just search Inside Edge Network on Roku. You can watch us from the comfort of your couch or wherever you may be on the go. We have you covered here at the Inside Edge Network app on Roku. Glad to have you with us. This is Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network, here with you until 1. Quick programming note. Tomorrow at this time slot, we're going to actually replay, it'll debut, the brand new episode of the Side Hustle Wrestling Podcast. We'll play that for you at this time slot tomorrow. And the reason why I'm taking tomorrow off, I'm still working, but I'm going to be prepping for Moon Bash. Cannot wait. It's Eli Moon's Moon Bash, getting the lineups all finalized and stuff. Over 50 artists will be in the building at the Brothers Lounge this Saturday. Doors open at noon. So you want to get there at any point. Doors open. I'm promoting Eli's event. Eli, come on the screen. I'm promoting your event.
I'm here.
Doors open at noon.
Yes.
Goes till midnight.
Yes.
Plus. And but we'll be on the air, Inside Edge Network, myself and Eli's dad, Papa Moon, at 1 o'clock. And you'll see your favorite Inside Edge Network talent. When you see us, just come on up, say hello. Say hello to us. Have a good time. Eli will pop in from time to Eli will be all over the building. How you feeling, buddy? Moon Bash, Saturday.
Yeah, it's officially midnight, so it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really tomorrow. Don't scare
Was
myself.
it 36 hours? I think 36 hours from right now.
Oh, that's scary. But it's exciting. It's exciting. I mean, so, not to pull the curtain back, but to pull the curtain back, there's a lot of stuff that goes into the behind the scenes. I'm still finalizing a few things. I got a few artists coming in from out of state. Debonair from New York, who's been active all week so far in New York. He is very known. You may have heard him on Shade 45. He was on Eminem's Sirius XM radio station doing lyrical rapping and battle, basically essentially a bar for bar battle. So he's coming in. We'll have Macaulay Rock from Detroit, Michigan, coming in. He's also bringing Demon So Fly. It's just so cool, Double A. It's so we have some out-of-state artists coming in and get to see the community we've been building. Lahale, the collective I'm a part of, and the community as a whole. As you mentioned, yes, 51 artists and then myself, so 52. And we are sitting there with 12 p.m. to 12 a.m., 4 different stages. So the front stage, the concert hall, both patios, food, drinks. The Inside Edge Network is there. So just for those that aren't too familiar with Brothers Lounge, we explain a little bit. There's a front stage and then there's a concert hall. You have to go through the pub to get to the concert hall, or you can go through the front stage, cut through, and go to the concert hall that way. Inside Edge Network will be at the back of the front stage. So we'll be there. We'll position, have our own spot. Come say hi, like Double A said, to Double A, Pop Moon, Kyle, Chad Bryan. You'll have everybody out there rock and rolling, interviewing artists as well throughout the day. So if you happen to not make it for a certain period, say you're running behind and it's 4 o'clock, you're like, I'm not going to be there till 7. Turn on the network. You'll at least get an idea, hear the vibes of Moon Bash, hear some of these artists that have performed or will perform later on in the day. This is what I'm about, man. My hair's on fire, to answer your question. My hair's on fire. But Saturday will go on without a hitch. Sunday, DJ night for day 2. It's Moon Bash weekend, Double A. And if you would have asked me last year, in January of last year, if you would have asked me and said, hey, how do you feel about doing this festival every year? I would have said, well, it's cool, man. Moon Bash, I did it this year. Let's see how it goes next year. And if you would have told me it would have been a whole weekend, I would have said, dude, I'm going to have to start smoking cigarettes again. But here we are.
Here we are. We are inching close. And the cool thing, too, let's say when you look at the lineup and you know when your favorite artist is performing, let's say they're performing earlier in the day, and then you got a few other artists that you want to see. You want to see Eli perform later on in the night. Guests can come in, and their ticket still covers the entire day, even if they step out for lunch. Is that correct?
Correct. Yep. As long as you keep your wristband on, make sure you keep that wristband on. Whatever you need to do. If you step out, maybe put an extra little bit of tape on. I don't know. Whatever you need to do, but just have that wristband on. We're not going to be difficult at the door if something happens to your wristband. Just bring the wristband at least. But as long as you have a wristband, we'll allow you re-entry. It's $15 all day. It's cool because last year $20 covered day one day. Now $20 gets into 2 days of Moon Bash, $15 day one, $5 day two, just to help take care of the artists, the DJs, because that's what I do it for. And I won't go on a monologue because I know you got a whole lot of stuff to cover tonight. But I will say this. There's a lot of people doing shitty business. We're at past midnight. I'm just going to leave it like that. A lot of people are doing shitty business when it comes to promoting shows and putting shows on. I will not follow that trend, and we haven't for the last 3 years of me booking shows. All the artists are getting paid out. Everybody's getting paid out. And your support means the world to today's stars and tomorrow's.
Yeah, we cannot wait. I'm excited. I cannot wait, and I can't wait to dive into the prep, getting ready for the broadcast. It's going to be fun. Can't wait to work with your dad, too.
He's excited.
Yeah, I can't wait. We'll talk tomorrow and kind of iron out some details and stuff. I expect books of stats. I'm kidding. No, it'll be a fun time. Eli and myself and the Inside Edge Network owner, Peter Tellup, we were earlier today at Keon Sports Internship Night. We want to thank Vince McKee for inviting us to Internship Night. We met a lot of great people, inspiring to be big time in the broadcasting industry and potentially help out with us. So hopefully we'll see what happens. You may see some new faces pop in from time to time within these next few weeks or so. But one of the things we did was obviously interviews. And I felt, there are moments where I don't feel like I'm a good boss because Eli is tossing phenomenal questions, like legitimate questions and stuff. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, so what's your sports takes on certain things? And I'm asking for legitimate reasons. I want to see what they're thinking.
Right.
I was listening to because I made a rundown based on their responses.
Amazing. Hey, thank you to everybody that sat down with us earlier tonight. We got a show. We got a show, folks. We got a show. And I think that's the cue. I'm going to dip behind the scenes and let's get after it, Double A.
Let's get after it. Here we go. We're going to cover two things that that some of the people from Keon Sports, the interns from Keon Sports that showed up, talked about. And some of it was kind of triggering. So a little bit later on, Major League Soccer said, World Cup, we'll take it from here. And one of the guys that we interviewed mentioned that he doesn't believe that their schedule move from spring to fall, what is it now? MLS is going to align their schedule from the, winter to fall to the traditional summer to spring schedule starting next July. They're going to do that, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. There was a gentleman we interviewed, and we've been so locked in on LeBron. I saw a video on Instagram. I saw a video. LeBron wakes up. All right, breaking news. LeBron just rolled out of his bed. Breaking news. LeBron just saw a painting. It was great. The gentleman who we interviewed says something that was kind of triggering. I don't blame him. I actually think these are the things we look for in the industry. But it was triggering to me as a fan. And here's my question. Does LeBron James automatically make the Cavaliers the favorites to win the Eastern Conference? What if we go through all of this, we make dramatic moves to the roster. We got Joe Vardon on The Athletic talking about, pros and cons of LeBron joining the Cavs. We know the pros, right? We know home cooking, familiar, Brandon Weems, brotherhood from St. Vincent St. Mary. We know that stuff. That's there. But one of the cons, for whatever reason, the Darius Garland trade is a big red flag, which is stupid, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But the gentleman mentioned that it's not a guarantee that LeBron James, if he came here, the Cavs could win the Eastern Conference. And there is something flipped in me. It's like, what the hell are we doing all this for? If it's not a guaranteed thing. Now, listen. I believe if you don't have to give up much, if you really are just plug and play LeBron into that small forward position, and your lineup is, James Harden, Donovan Mitchell, LeBron, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, you definitely have opportunities to win a title. And I think that lineup should be good enough to at least win the East. But again, things take time and stuff. But these are the gambles that you take, right? This is the gamble that you take. Is Philly really, really good enough? And I'll say this. I don't think Philadelphia is a slam dunk Eastern Conference favorite, even if LeBron doesn't come to Cleveland. Let's say LeBron goes to somewhere in the Western Conference. Golden State, Minnesota is technically, I guess, is still a candidate, but he goes somewhere in the West. What makes you think Embiid is going to stay healthy throughout the season? What makes you think Jaylen Brown is not going to, things are going to be a little awkward? I don't know. Things don't seem certain there. So that's my read. Listen, you run the risk. You do what you need to do. I don't think this whole reporting of Clutch Sports is looking to move Anthony Davis or even Kyrie. I don't think those are real things. I really don't. I think it's just the media working. DC, the Wizards, they got something that they like, and they're not going to blow it up just because LeBron wants one of their players in another city. I mean, think about this. I was thinking about this earlier. If LeBron so badly, and these are all reports, we don't know if this is true or not, but if LeBron so badly wanted to be teammates with Anthony Davis or be teammates with Kyrie Irving, why are we not hearing a single thing about LeBron James wanting to play for the Washington Wizards or the Dallas Mavericks? Again, I know we're fishing for stories at this point. Look, I think to answer this question, it legitimately depends on what you have to give up to bring in LeBron. I know Rich Paul said we don't need any more dominoes to fall. The problem is for the Cavaliers, the way their roster is constructed, you got the second apron situation. James Harden is still unsigned. That's not the reality. You still have to make moves, whether LeBron comes here or not. So I think this is solely dependent on the potential moves that you may have to make. And there is a strong reality that LeBron James may not sign with a team until August. I mean, knowing our luck, he'll, news dump Friday. He'll, tomorrow he'll probably sign with somebody. Wouldn't that be something? You know what he should do? Imagine this. Eli, I'm going to need you for a second. Imagine this. What if LeBron made his decision at 3 a.m?
Tomorrow or tonight?
In like 3 hours.
We'd be on air.
Yeah.
We'd be on air. I mean, that's the first starter.
Yeah.
Secondly, I mean, like,
now I would probably have to broadcast from my garage.
Yeah, 1,000%.
But we'll be on the air. Yes.
Yes. We'd have the troops. I'd get Chad up here. You know, Chad's probably still awake right now. You know, we get rally the troops. I don't know, man. I mean, it'd be wild, right? Like, it would absolutely be a wild thing everything about this has been wild. We've broken down, you know, we thought it was pretty clear, cut and dry. It was Cleveland, then Golden State snuck in, and hey, they're the favorites, and the Draymond thing, and then Porzingis signed, and then it was Miami, and then Miami put the YouTube stuff out, which we've talked about in great length here and there. You know, it would just be the cherry on top to what an absolutely wild story this has been this offseason. But Double A, I'll be honest, you just said that, and I know you got a few more things to cover here in this segment. I will say this. If he does this tomorrow, because he's probably 3 a.m., you got me. I'll be ready, but no. I will say this. If he does this tomorrow.
Real quick, if he would have done it at 3 a.m. last night, I was still up, which I was.
Dude, we would have been right. You could have sent me the text. I would have been like, let's go. I'll be in the studio in 2 seconds. But here's the thing. It just seems like, first off, how could you do that on Moonbash Eve? That would be very inconsiderate. Now I got to work extra. You know, you're pulling me away from what I got to take care of, Mr. James. But no, it just would be crazy, man. And here's the last thing I'll say in my final point. It wouldn't shock me all the way, though. Because if there's any truth, and, you know, that's the big conspiracy right now, to that Miami Heat YouTube presser, July 27th, you brought it up a few days ago. July 27th, what would that be, Double A? That would be Monday. So after a few days of, you know, it processes over the weekend, and then maybe first thing Monday afternoon at noon or something, he's announcing his new team. Maybe Miami just thought it was them. Maybe here's the thing. Ooh, I think I got it. I think all the teams may have been told, and they're just not leaking it, and Rich Paul's obviously not going to leak it. He's going to leak a lot, but he's not going to leak everything. Maybe
You're not leaking the final decision. Absolutely.
No, but they're probably telling all the teams gear up. He's going to make a decision Friday. Just don't let this. No, none of us are going to tell the public, but gear up.
I think, in my heart of hearts, I think a decision has been made for a week now, and nothing has been announced because the whole Adam Silver discourse.
True.
They don't want. It's PR at this point. I personally don't believe they wanted Adam Silver publicly to dictate the timing.
Right.
I think decisions have already been made. I think teams have already been told. If you had, you know, gun to my head, what exactly is happening? I think that's that.
It could be. But if it's not that, my spidey sense rather, as opposed to yours, goes to, man, maybe that this did get to the teams and they said, hey, you know, LeBron's made his decision, it's going to happen on Friday. And then somehow the YouTube director, you know, the director of YouTube strategy or whatever he is, you know, they got a hold of it and they ended up leaking that, and that's why I did. I think, you know what, the more I think about it, and I know I'm going to pass it back to you, we should probably gear up for tomorrow. Like today. We should probably gear up because it might be today. It really might.
It could be. And think about this too. If we're you're a reporter, and again, we talk with, you know, if you were talking about the news cycle, think about the news cycle. A lot of times things are dumped on Fridays. Number one. Number two, this is the last weekend where he would have to complete spotlight. Training camp for almost everyone in the NFL starts on the 28th. Like veterans report on the 28th.
The other thing to keep in mind, Double A, not to interrupt you, my apologies.
No, go ahead.
The other thing I'll keep in mind, too, is obviously we're here in Cleveland with Cleveland's digital leader. MGK week starting up in the first week of August as well. He's from Cleveland. He's very well known, and I know some people are going to go, "Why? Oh, okay, it's MGK week." Let me be very clear. MGK Day has become one of the bigger events in Cleveland over the last 3-4 years. It's been something really big for the city. Last year, MGK almost broke Mall C by everybody jumping through the grass almost for a while. But yes, you heard me right. But maybe he's like, I can't do it then. This is his weekend. All your points you brought up, training camp, but also MGKs are going to have the city shaking for him. So yes, I know he's LeBron James, but let's also step outside the sports world for a minute. MGK is very beloved in the city, and to everything we've talked about, he's going to want some eyes. Not some, all of the eyes on him.
Let me get 60 seconds to talk about the MLS thing because I want to give time for the runner-up conversation. We'll take a break after the MLS point here. One of the other things that was brought up at the Keon Sports was the switching of the schedules, and it's going to happen starting next summer. I think it's a good thing. I think the problem with the MLS by the time you get to NFL football season, college football season, it's overshadowed. So when you get to the postseason with the MLS, nobody pays attention. Like, it's done. I think going to the fall, was it the traditional summer to spring schedule and aligning that, I think would be huge. I understand the risk that you may not be able to get some of the elite players. But again, the details will be flip the calendar to begin in mid-July and run through May. And then you will have your break, I believe, in January. You will have a break. Come back in February and be strong. I think you do need to align soccer here in the States and get it up to speed. What I can't be having from the MLS is goalies just missing balls easily. We can't play live action stuff, but I can't just have goalies miss the ball and stuff like that. So World Cup, will take it from here. Fine. Get out of that Apple TV contract. Allow people to watch and see the games. All right. I know we're a little late, but let's take our first break because I want to maximize some time on the runner-ups conversation. Eli and Chad earlier the week had a phenomenal Tuesday top 5 list on the best runner-ups in modern sports history. I want to react to the list because it's a loaded list. It's a great list, but it's loaded. I want to react to that. I do think there should be a different number 1, and we'll talk about that when we come back. And later, to close out our midnight show for this week, a brand new edition of Smash or Pass. We have 2 items to show you. One of them, Autumn talked about last hour, lemon pepper pound cake. The other one involves cereal. Wait, what? We'll talk about it all next. This is Midnight Run. Glad you're with us right here on the Inside Edge Network.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
I hate to do this. We're going to do the top 5 thing in 10 seconds. Why, as I was retweeting and about to exit and come back on the air, did I see this? Look at that. That is a brisket cheesesteak. Are you kidding me? Oh, man. Look at that. Brisket cheesesteak. I'm about to dive. All right, welcome back. All right, welcome back. Oh, boy. Back here with you. You are watching a host that has had a grand total of 10 hours to sleep this entire week. Here we go. What's next? Oh, the top 5 runner-up list. I wanted to get to this throughout the week, but we finally have it here. And the top 5 that Eli and Chad put together for their Tuesday top 5 list of best runner-up teams. Teams not to win a championship. Number 5, the 06-07 Ohio State Buckeyes. You see it there, and then I'm just going to name it for our audio listeners. Number 4, the 1995 Cleveland Indians. Number 3, the 2016 Golden State Warriors. Number 2, the 2007 New England Patriots. And coming in at number 1, the 2002 Miami Hurricanes. Again, this is a great list. This is tough because all of those teams are great. I will say this. First off, the 06 Ohio State team, that national championship game might have been, thinking back, I've been thinking about this for a minute. That might have been the most heartbreaking loss I have. One of the most heartbreaking losses I've ever seen as a Cleveland sports fan, because we went to the mountaintop. We beat Michigan, undefeated season. Remember, earlier that season, we beat Texas. So we had 2 1-versus-2 matchups in the regular season. We beat Texas, and then we beat Michigan. And we got to remember, folks, back then, the SEC didn't really become the SEC until that Florida National Championship. Once Ted Ginn was injured off of the kickoff return celebration, that was that. The 95 Indians, anyone older than, anyone above the age of 40 is a little bit more qualified to talk about the 95 Indians than me, because I'm 34. And I was 3 years old when this team was performing. But by all accounts, one of the all-time greatest offensive teams to ever step on the baseball diamond. The only problem, you need great pitching in October. And that's where things fell apart. And the Atlanta Braves won the World Series. I can listen to the Miami Hurricanes. Chad had a great reason talking about the 2002 Hurricanes. And really, it was part of a 2-year dynasty with the Hurricanes. And if you pull up their roster, loads and loads and loads and loads of NFL talent across the board. It's not a hot take to say that the 2002-2003 national championship game might have produced the most NFL players, predominant NFL players in league history on both teams, both Miami and Ohio State. So you have that. I want to focus in on number 2 and number 3 as we come back full screen. Number 2 and number 3. Number 3, the Golden State Warriors. 2016 Golden State Warriors. It is amazing. You win 73 games. Yeah, 73 games. Beat the 72-10 Chicago Bulls from 96. You beat that team. And they're ranked number 3 on this list. I don't blame their ranking. I think had Kevin Durant never joined the Golden State Warriors in the following years, I think people would have looked back at that 2016 team a little bit more favorably historically. I look at the 2016 Warriors and then the 2007 Patriots. You got to think that 07 Patriots, Tom Brady, future WWE superstar Tom Brady, and apparently, according to Mike Florio, future president of the United States. I mean, who knows? You see that report, by the way? You see that? I'm sorry to sidebar for a second. Mike Florio, I'm going through Twitter and stuff, and I see it's like Mike Florio, all-time GOAT. This man for over decades, every day, barely sleeps. He has a ton of books, every day piping out articles. And one of the articles is Tom Brady thinking about a presidential run. I guess. Who knows? 2 records I don't think will be broken. I don't think in my lifetime I'm going to see an NBA team win more than 73 games in the regular season. In my lifetime, I don't think it's happening. But who knows? Sports is sports. Records are meant to be broken, but 73 wins is an incredible feat. Incredible feat. And they're number 3 on this list. And then the 07 Patriots, talking about Tom Brady. And Tom Brady, unlike LeBron and unlike many other players that we talked about in today's game, Tom Brady was not a part of many super teams. He wasn't. His first run with championships, Tom Brady, arguably, offensively, might have been the weakest part. You got John Madden talking about, they should take a knee and go for overtime until Tom Brady led the drive down the field. And then Tom Brady struggled the following season. But he was never really around elite superstars, except, Gronk came around later on and became a superstar on his own. But Randy Moss in 2007, New England got prime Randy Moss in 2007. And they were blowing teams out left and right, on their way to 16-0. And amazingly, New England and Golden State, both amazing on offense, the final game of their seasons, for all the marbles, for the championship, they both put up stinkers. Offensively, they put up stinkers. Defensively, they were locked in, but the Giants had their number, and then the Cavs had the Warriors' number. I tend to put the Patriots and Warriors over Miami simply because I would rate professional accomplishments a tad bit higher than amateur accomplishments. And that's no disrespect to Miami and what they have done in the rosters that they have put together. But nobody has done what the 07 Patriots did. And I don't envision, do we see in our lifetimes a team going undefeated going into the Super Bowl? I mean, I know now there's an extra game, but hell, 16 wins straight to start the season. Do we see that happening in the future? That's going to be very tough. Going to be very tough. And you're talking about, I guess the closest thing, I don't know. If we're saying right now, let's say Patrick Mahomes has the top receiver in the league, the top everything offensively. That's what you're looking at. And then the 2016 Golden State Warriors. If you talk to anybody with that organization, they'll tell you they're fine with the 2015 title, 2017 title, 2018 title, 2022 title. They hate the fact that they lost in 2016. That one hurts more than the titles that they won. And Tom Brady will tell you, I won 7 Super Bowls, but losing to the Giants and losing the opportunity to go undefeated, that hurts. I also heard him talk about the Super Bowl 52 against Philadelphia. Underrated Super Bowl, by the way. A lot of people don't talk about that Super Bowl. Very, very competitive, very offensive friendly Super Bowl. But yeah, craziness. This is a great list. Great list of runner-ups. Again, the Miami Hurricanes, New England Patriots, Golden State Warriors, Cleveland Indians, and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Some SEC nut is going to chime in and say one of their SEC teams should have been in there instead of Ohio State. All right, whatever. But, great list overall. Okay. When we come back, we got 2 things to review for Smash or Pass before we end this show. So glad to have you with us. Again, remember, Saturday, we're with you live from Moonbash at the Brothers Lounge, starting at 1 p.m. right here on the Inside Edge Network. We cannot wait to see you there. But we got one more segment to go. The latest sensation from Atlanta, lemon pepper pound cake. And the second one is baking cereal. I'm not talking baking soda. I'm talking about baking.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Maser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Maser and his wife, Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MaserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MaserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. So guys, awesome show today on Unfiltered. Got into a lot, including the situation over in Put-in-Bay. Any updates, of course, we'll have them for you over on our Twitter. Just search Unfiltered 216 or our Facebook page, Unfiltered with Kyle Cornell. It's tragic that happened over in Put-in-Bay in the overnight hours going into today. Also talked about this new group. I shouldn't say new, they've been around for a few years, but People's Budget Cleveland. Great conversation with Jake Underwood about that too. Make sure you guys check that out tomorrow. Will he, won't he? The LeBron watch continues, and our unveiling of the meme of the week. You guys submitted. We have the top 3. That tomorrow right here, Unfiltered, 5 p.m. all along the Inside Edge Network. I will see you at 5.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
I'm in love with the Coco. Oh, man. I was listening to that during the break. Baking soda. Oh, my goodness. Woo! Eli, come on aboard for a couple seconds.
Why'd you sound like a pirate for a second? Come on aboard, me matey.
I'm in love with the Coco.
Dude, I thought you were just talking about maybe, there's a few Cocos in, the sports world. I didn't know maybe, Coco Gauff, Coco Jones.
Oh, yeah.
My bad. You better be careful. Yeah, my bad, Don. My bad. All right, back to you, Don.
What did you guys talk about on Primetime today?
Oh, my goodness. Quite a bit, man. Well, first off, we talked about the Jake Paul. I mean, we ended with Jake Paul. Like, the whole, he thinks he's going to the NFL. He ain't going to the NFL. But if he does, that's a bigger issue for sports. Because we've already talked about what it means for boxing. And, the argument there with the integrity of the game. If he gets into the NFL AA, we already just had the Brendan Sorsby stuff. We had Calvin Ridley a few years ago. We've already had across the NBA. So, just think it's, we started off laughing and then we got a little serious. But, talked about that. We also, of course, talked about, our owner, our bro, Peter Tellep, the owner of the Inside Edge Network. He had some thoughts on the runner/ghost runner on second. So, Chad and I broke down that rule and kind of where sports are going in terms of records and things like that. And then, of course, we just got into a bunch, man. We got into the FBS. We got into the FBS and in the quarterback situations for NCAA. If the Browns should even be looking at this list, if Browns fans should look at this list, what it means. And I'll say this, AA, I know we got to get to one of your most favorite segments of all time, but I think it's absolutely ridiculous, the disrespect on Dante Moore right now. There's 4 quarterbacks in the Tier 1A. Now, mind you, Tier 1B is Julian Sayin by himself, I'm pretty sure. And it's because he has Jeremiah Smith. In parentheses, it says because he has Jeremiah Smith.
Right,
the top 4, and I'll just give you this, and then I'll hand it back to you. Darian Mensah, out of Miami, was at Duke, transferred over. C.J. Carr out of Notre Dame, who had an all right year last year. Okay. Trinidad Chambliss, who's playing his 25th year of college football at Ole Miss.
Yeah. Ain't that
something like that. And then Arch Manning. Don't know if you ever heard of that guy, but he's out of Texas.
I don't think that kid has what it takes.
I'm telling you this right now, and I'll stand on it. I said it on Primetime. Dante Moore is the best quarterback in this draft class. I know Kyle and I have discussed differently, and we've had the Dante Moore, Arch Manning discussion. Arch Manning in big games gets swallowed up. Dante Moore in big games.
And I know we're supposed to toss out his first game against Ohio State. We're supposed to toss it out like it didn't happen. Like we didn't have our very first network meeting, by the way.
Yeah.
Watching that game.
That's right.
And we were supposed to pretend like it never happened. It happened.
That's what I'm saying. And it also blows my mind that, but then the same light, it's like, well, Oregon had a bad look against Ohio State or this or that or whatever. It's like, I'm telling you, AA, no doubt in my mind. If a quarterback's taking number 1 overall this upcoming NFL draft let's get through the football first, but looking way into the future, it's no doubt in my mind it's Dante Moore. The dude was the number 2 option in this draft class.
It should be, but it all depends on the name and the phone calls. Like I do think Dante Moore is the most talented, but again, it's the name and the working connection. We'll talk more. Pin this for next week. We'll talk more about that next week. Smash or pass?
Yes.
We have 2 options. Eli, I will let you decide. Do you want to lead with the wild card option, which is Fudio 2, or start with the lemon pepper pound cake out of Atlanta?
I feel like we got to end with the lemon pepper. Because here's the thing, and I'll just be brief with it. At Brothers Lounge, they have lemon pepper wings AA. I highly recommend them. I know this is your last show of the week, unless we see you on some breaking news coverage. Maybe we'll see. But I think we should end with lemon pepper.
If there is breaking news coverage, I'll be here for that.
Yes. I would say let's end with the lemon pepper in honor of Moonbash coming up and one of my favorite menu items there at Brothers Lounge.
All right, so we start with whatever this is from. This is Fudio 2. Whatever this is, take a look. Hell no. Pass.
No. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, pass for me too. I've never thought I'd say that on the show because you always show so many great options. That's a big pass. What was that, cake batter in there? They made a cake.
I think so.
Like, that's too much going on, man, dude. Like, this is why Lil Wayne hates milk. This, for shit like this. This is why Lil Wayne hates milk.
No, I mean.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't.
Doubly, that's a pass. That is like is like all of the sugar and everything else of the bacon wrapped honey bun, except for it just isn't gonna be good. It's just gonna be a mess. You're gonna wake up. You're gonna think you had the diarrhea runs that everybody's been running through in Ohio because of this sickness, and no, it's just because you ate this. You literally decided to eat this.
And not all cereal is meant to be mixed together in the first place.
No,
it's
dude.
Not.
You gotta find the right combo.
I like Apple Jacks and Frosted Flakes. You do not mix Apple Jacks and Frosted Flakes in the same bowl. It just doesn't make sense.
No, Frosted Flakes is more like with a mini wheat combo. Like, okay, it's in the crunchier cereals, like mini wheats. You can get away with like maybe a Cocoa Puff and add a little chocolate to it. Or sorry, not Cocoa Puff, Cocoa Krispies or whatever. You know, where you can put the Cocoa Krispies in there. Now you got a little bit of a crunch. And, you know, Apple Jacks and like that belongs with like Honey Nut Cheerios and like Fruit Loops and things like that. Yeah, it's pass.
Yeah, hard pass. All right, let's get to it. This is the lemon pepper pound cake out of Atlanta.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How could Autumn be mad at that? I mean, I know we differ in some of our opinions. You know, you and I, we aren't always on the same page as Autumn when it comes to some of our discussions, but Double A, that's like a combo. You don't eat that. So here's the tricky thing. You're not going to eat that, obviously. You're not going to cut the slice with the wing and eat the wing like you're eating cake. You're going to take the wing to the side. You know what I look at that as?
You're supposed to dip it. You cut the cake and like you dip the chicken in the frosting a little bit.
I was gonna say even the crumbs, like in like the breading, like from the cake, even like you take a bite of the wing and then you like crumble some of the cake or something.
Yep.
Oh my goodness! Smash that all the way.
Smash.
Oh my
Know,
goodness!
I'll take that over the nonsense we played like a couple weeks ago with the sprinkles,
yes,
and stuff. Whatever the hell that was.
That was terrible. I mean, like some people have great ideas, some people don't. Like, and that's okay. But you know, leave it to the experts.
Great idea.
Yes, that's phenomenal. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but Autumn was saying something about how they did this in Atlanta. I gotta find the spot that did the lemon pepper pound cake because
this is in Atlanta. I don't know exactly where in Atlanta, but it's in Atlanta. And I'll just say this about ATL. Let me just say this because I went there once for a family reunion years ago. Some of the most beautiful women are in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
They're there.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
talking about, go to Magic. You don't even need to go to Magic City. Go to the mall. Go to Planet Fitness. Go. I don't care. Just walk outside. And
well, I'll tell you this. I know we're out of time. Jules Treats and More. That's where it's at. Jules Treats and More. Owner Tina Arnold, got into this Double A. It's actually a report here. It's in Metro Atlanta.
I think that's who we just played.
Yep. So she said, I knew it was going to be something that would, oh man, here we go. I knew it was going to be something that would catch people's attention. People are going to be mad. Chicken doesn't belong on a cake. Cake and chicken don't belong together. But for Arnold, because I am from Atlanta, hey, lemon pepper wings here in Atlanta, it's a big thing. I said, you know what? Let's make a lemon pepper pound cake and let's put some wings on top. And that's where we're at. So Double A, we need to stop at Jules Treats and More. That's on Fairburn Road for anybody in Atlanta looking to grab this right now. Not like right now, but tomorrow. It's in Douglasville, so it's like right outside.
It's probably open right now. It's
probably open. But I'm telling you, we need to look. I know we both just took like a week off and took care of some things, on different notes. We might need to take a Friday off here in the next few weeks and go to Atlanta and go get some lemon pepper pound cake. Come on.
If I'm going to Atlanta, I'm taking a whole week.
That's fair. Yeah. And, but honestly, that's one of the spots I really want to go to. I was supposed to go there, not to completely divulge here, or whatever the word is, expand upon this at 1 a.m. But I was supposed to go to Atlanta last year. I had some things come up. I wasn't able to go. I was going to go out there for a show. And I was so excited because I was like, dude, I'm going to eat so well. I'm going to eat so well in Atlanta. That's like why I get so excited when I go to Texas. I'm supposed to go back down to Texas in end of November. And every time I go down there, I always message my bros, Devontae, Lil Yoda, June. I text these guys and I'm like, hey, you guys are going to get me together, right? Like, because I need some new spots. And I've already went over my Whataburger craze and some of these spots. Double A, I will tell you this. This is my final thought of the evening. When you go to Texas, not if, because you'll be there. When you go to Texas, Griff's. And if you don't believe me, which I know you do, but if you don't, ask Cliche on Saturday. Cliche will be there at Moonbash performing. He'll be co-headlining on the concert hall stage. Ask Cliche, because he had more of a options there, or he tried more options than I did. So I'll just break it down like this. First off, Cliche, and it's actually on his Instagram. He taste tested the burger. He said there is nothing like a Texas burger because you could tell it's real. It's like the farm. Like you could tell.
Oh, yeah. It's homegrown. Absolutely.
It's delicious. He said the fries were on point. I think he got some onion rings. But what caught me off guard was you like country fried steak?
Yeah, I like it. I love it.
Country fried steak dippers. They were tenders, but instead of chicken tenders, they were country fried steak breaded. And then they gave you gravy, a thing like this big of gravy to dip. Dude, I got those because
there is no bad gravy at all. There's Southern gravy. The whole
dude. I'm telling you, Double A, because I'm a light eater, so I don't eat a ton. So I just got those, and I was like, dude, I don't know what we are missing up here. Now we have a lot of great food here in Ohio, but we certainly didn't have that. And I was like, wow. So Griff's in there's two. There's one in San Antonio, and then there's one. Oh my goodness, I believe it's in Dallas, and it may be wrong. I'll try to get the information, either tell it on Primetime or when we're back on the air together here on Midnight Run. But Griff's for sure in San Antonio, and that's the one you should go try because all my guys are in San Antonio.
Man, that sounds good. That sounds really good. I got to have some of that. I'm going to try to listen, if you have not tried even chicken and waffles, give it a shot.
Dude.
Give it a shot.
Dude.
You'll like it. That's what made the bacon wrap honey buns work because it was kind of like chicken and waffles a little bit.
Yes. I still feel like I'm like I'm gonna have diabetes because of that. And we ate that like a month and a half ago, almost 2 months ago. And
Well, you got to run it off. You got to walk it off.
Dude, I feel rough.
Take 10,000 steps, walk it off. You'll be in good shape.
Sounds good. Hey, I'll get right on that, Double A.
I know you will. And you'll make up the steps by the end of the year. I'm sure of that.
Yes.
Actually, the way Eli moves on show days, he'll get the steps in. Not even a problem.
Yeah. It's
not even a problem.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, we'll see you next time here on Midnight Run. See you next time.